Oh, are we live?
We
Yep, we
live,
live.
baby. We live, baby.
I should have did that before, man. You
Yeah.
know.
Wait until we
Yeah.
went live and then stand up.
Yeah, they ain't
Yeah.
staying up there exactly. My dumb
Look at my
ass.
booty.
Look at Blake. Okay, we are Retro Talk Forum. Appreciate y'all for joining us again. This Sunday evening on your YouTube dials.
This Easter Sunday?
Easter Sunday, happy Resurrection Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hallelujah.
Hey, did y'all have a
Wow.
Easter egg hunt inside y'all living room?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
For one, we don't. I don't do the Easter egg hunt thing, and then my son is too old to be talking about Easter eggs.
Hey, I told my wife that earlier. She was like, "Boy, is you stupid?" Yes.
Yes.
I definitely don't want to be smelling no vinegar from dying no Easter eggs. I tell you that.
But shout out to everybody that celebrated Easter at the house, looking at their church services online, just praying to the Almighty. You know what I'm saying?
Get that Jiva in, however you get that Jiva in.
There you go. There you go. Shout out to everybody that's pulling in. I am half of your host of Retro Talk Forum, Black Ass African. He is. I got it.
You've been working on it. You've been practicing in the mirror. Ain't it? It's Hot Dog 18, man. Just chilling, man. Hope everybody's having a blessed one out there this week. And I hope everybody's dodging the Rona. I've been dodging left and right.
That's it.
Doing the 54 fake on them.
Doing that Bo Jackson up and down on
Tecmo?
Yes.
That zigzag was crucial, boy.
Yes.
Man, did y'all see that special that came on? I know it was old, but still, it was still good. Came on ESPN Friday.
The Bo Nose?
Yeah, it came on Friday.
Oh yeah. I
saw it again. I had to look at it again, man.
Yeah. And we got our homie down below, the sponsor of the show. Go ahead and do your intro, Mr. Beard Jedi.
I mean, I'm in y'all house. For the people who don't know me, first, the glasses, I'm not high class. This is a joke. If you watch us on Talking Kicks, on 130 Talking Kicks, I wear sunglasses a lot. But Marvin Gaye over here. There you
go. You got to look up. That's the new thing.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye over here had his glasses on one night, went live. And so this is just my paying homage to him. So don't be offended. I know we got a different group over here. We got people with class on this show. Our show on Talking Kicks, we a bunch of slack jaw yokels. So this is how I do on my show. Don't take it personal. Go ahead and tuck your shirt in when you're done. I'm your man, Beer Jedi, aka the Black Alex P. Keaton, aka Shupak Shakur, aka the Boss Kick Ross, aka Iron Mike Tyson, aka Deacon Discount, aka the Undercost Boss, aka Young Cascade, aka Black Sock Gang, aka the Sneakwalizer, aka Martin Shoot the King, aka the Black John Wick, and the aka that matters the most, Jack Swagless. Finally up in the house that's got some decorum. I ain't got to hang out with Cadillac Jackson stanking ass. Or y'all curse on this show?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Do you?
Hey, I'll do it.
I don't hang with Cadillac Jackson stanking ass or OG's informant ass. I'm over here hanging out with some people. So let me stop cursing and tuck my shirt in. How y'all doing, Retro Talk Forum crew? How you doing?
We're doing great. I got another nickname for you. AKA Mr. Alias.
I know a dude that's got more aliases than me. That's my homie. So he's already way ahead of me. I still got training wheels on, but I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man.
I appreciate you, man.
And we appreciate you, brother.
Hey,
we appreciate you, man. Hey, if y'all don't know, this is our brother right here. If you look behind him, he's the one that came up with the shirt and the Retro Talk Forum logo, man. So if you need some designs, if you need some shirts, man, holler at him.
Let me jump in on that. If you have money to go with those needs, then holler at me. If you ain't got no money, even though this is Easter Sunday, I ain't giving away nothing, big fella.
Since we already hollered out, the sponsor, use the code down at the bottom, Retro Talk Forum, save you some coins, but we prefer you not use it. Get the man his money. He does no quality. you won't be sorry when you get it.
Dope quality, fast shipping. Yeah, all that. Great customer service.
I see Caddy already talking shit. I thought Beard does work release on Sundays. Let me live, Caddy. I'm over here with some people who got some skills and some common sense. I'm not hanging with you today. I had to wash my clothes and wash my hands today to come over in this show.
Right. Lately, I hope you've been washing your hands, period.
I don't know. When you go over to Talking Kicks, it's a whole different network, man. I don't know.
If y'all need to subscribe to Talking Kicks, man, check them out, man. There's some dope brothers, man. I always have a good time watching the show, man. Very, very funny fellas and very informative also, man. So check them out, man. Give them a follow.
Let's shout the people out in the chat right quick.
We got Cadillac Jackson. Jackson. Hey, Caddy, can you ask him? Hey, Beard, holler at Caddy real quick.
Cadillac Jackson. And we on the real show this time, so I need a real answer. Can you please like the show? Probably won't. Like
yes, sir. We got Caddy in the chat. Oh, my brother Chris Neely, man. What's going on, bro, man? Appreciate you joining us, man. We got Marcus from the Soulmates. On this show, we really don't do the singing unless young Marvin wants to hit him with something real quick. But
Marvin ain't out today, but we can't pass it down to Jazzy Faye.
Oh boy.
That's all you get, Marcus. That's all y'all get.
That's all I got. Where's the copyright? That's all I got.
We got Rice Goat. Appreciate you joining us, man. What's going on with you? Logan J. Is it Bees? Baez. Logan J. Baez. Appreciate you coming in. He said that's a lot of AKAs. Wow, I wish I had one. AKA, LOL, I enjoyed it.
Claim it, man. Just get your own AKA. You know what? I'll come up with one for you by the end of the show.
Yeah.
AKA LJB. That's you.
JBZ.
There you go.
JBZ. There it is, man. But appreciate you guys, man, rocking with us, man. We're gonna have a dope episode for you guys tonight, man. We just finna kick it, man. Have a good time.
That's it. All right, so we're gonna go with our guest, our sponsor today. Sir, what did you have on feet today?
Today I wore those socks. Yeah, 2020 long black socks, aka my everydays. That's exactly what I wore today.
Black sock gang.
Black sock.
Hey,
gang.
Did they have white sock balls on the heel?
Not this time. This is a fresh pair.
Okay.
Fresh pair.
Oh, okay. You
stock.
Fresh out the bag.
Yeah, I had to go ahead and, I had to do right this time. My feet gonna be black as hell when I take them off. That new. You know what I'm saying? When the dye is still in the sock, you wear them all day. That first day, your feet be looking like you done walked through some soot. That's what I'm going to have happen.
Yeah, little sock ball stuck out between your toes.
Yeah, shower gonna look like a crime scene.
Yes, exactly.
OG, what's good, OG?
What's up, OG sneakers?
You got OG and Caddy in here. The property value just went down. These jokers ain't about nothing.
We just lost our accreditation, huh?
That's it. You're at least down 13 points.
Oh man. Yes, sir.
So you had socks on. So what you had on today, Hop?
For a quick second, man, I rocked these today. I put these on for a quick second. I had to go run to the store real quick. I put these on today for a quick second. You can see it on the IG. Check it out on the IG.
Clean and crisp.
Yeah, I had to go ahead and rock them. Yes, sir. What about you, brother? What about you, man? What did you wear today? Hashtag.
I wore these today.
Oh, okay.
With the
hat to match.
Yes, sir. I had the whole fit on today, man.
Okay,
I mean, we kind of lounged around the house a little bit,
You was feeling fresh down.
Yes, sir. I had to do my feel fresh imitation, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Plus I got the campaign hat hang tag. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Frank Allen 313. Appreciate you, cuz. Appreciate you. These are comfortable, man. I like the comfortable.
I got a feeling y'all both put on them shoes and y'all was outside playing. You supposed to stay in the house. Get your ass in the house. Y'all was outside, wasn't you?
Oh yeah, I went outside.
I went outside. I went outside my property. That was it.
Yeah.
That's all I did. Went outside my property. I can do that now.
I had to go to the store and get some essentials. We breaking the law, Beard.
I know y'all going to jail. You're going to jail now.
I just take my work badge with me.
See, you cheat. I use it. See, you cheat. Hey man, you gonna mess around and be like me in a couple weeks. I done heard the reports.
Man,
how the hell they going broke?
Look, well, ever since I joined the post office, they've been saying we going broke, and they say we gonna be out of a job. So that's nothing new for me to hear. You know what I'm saying? So
they say until it happens.
Now I will say this. I have to double check, but I did see something where they were saying that Amazon suspended delivery for a minute. I don't know how long that's going to be, and packages is our bread and butter right now. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that is. We'll have to see that how that episode right there is going to play out.
Right.
Because we do deliver a lot of Amazon, and since people are stuck in the house, that's how a lot of people been getting like paper towels, toilet tissue, things like that. Because we pretty much everything except groceries.
But why would Amazon do that unless they're gonna start their own straight up delivery? Unless they're going strictly to their people, why would they stop?
Well, I think they was doing their own delivery service,
right?
But the demand has gotten so high now because people are ordering from Amazon. They had to stop their delivery service for a minute and concentrate on getting all these orders out. Now, like I said, I don't know if that was fake news that I saw, because you can't believe everything you see on the internet.
No.
So as far as like them stopping the delivery, but I know they have stopped delivery of their own personal, because they was doing that. They did have their own drivers, and they actually building a warehouse not too far from where I live. That's gonna Amazon warehouse. They starting to put them all over the place now. I don't know I don't know if they're going to be delivering out of that warehouse, or they're going to be just doing packages and then dropping them off at UPS, post office, FedEx, stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see.
That's one of those things, man. Like, I feel like Amazon is getting to the point it's too big to fail. And once you get a company that big and it goes bad, everybody's fucked up. And we getting to that point, man. Amazon is too big to fail, bro. It's scary to me.
What kind of packages was y'all delivering? On like small packages or large packages, or what?
Man, we deliver it all. We deliver it all.
Because I was just looking, they got their own drivers. So, it was just so much of a workload on them.
Well,
that's what it is.
Okay.
I think their drivers were just doing Prime shit, right? Like their delivery drivers was pretty much Prime.
Yeah, I think for the most part, because that Prime, sometimes that stuff you can get delivered the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So
makes sense, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Q the Queen in the chat. What's up, sis? Hope all is well with you.
What's going on, Queen? Okay, dog. So let's go back to Beard. Beard, what did you pick up this fine young Sunday?
Well, I didn't pick up too much, but I wanted to show the people who don't rock with us on Talking Kicks the shoes that I had from the show last week. So I did a couple customs. I'm not on the Malcolm Garrett tip or any of these other customizers, but I got them Levi's 4s, and I went ahead and did some distressing on those. If you already saw them on Talking Kicks, you're like, boo, I understand. But
bro, I'll be honest with you. You did all that yourself, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you did a good job on those.
Hey,
I'm not even going front, man. And the thing about it is, that shoe is kind of up there in price, so a lot of people were scared to actually do that. But you did a great job on those, bro. That's dope. Those are dope.
I'll be honest. When I got about halfway through, I was like, I done did too much, and then I just kept working and working. I was like, you know what? It actually came out pretty decent. So I did those. And
how long did it take you to do that?
I was doing it while I was working. So probably 2 days, but it wasn't a full 2 days. It was like, do something, take a call, do something, take a call, ask somebody to take a call. So so maybe 2 shifts, somewhere around 5 to 6 hours or some shit like that.
So pretty much just bleach, or did you, like I see where it looks like some of it, Did you cut it up or did you take a sander to it or anything?
I kicked these shoes ass. I use a Dremel. I use an X-Acto knife. I use a box cutter. I use an actual knife. And yeah, it's a little bleach on here too.
Okay.
These I didn't use a lot of bleach. You can see some of that Dremel work on the tongue right there.
Mm-hmm.
I beat their ass. But now this
Back
other one, them denim 6s, these got a lot of bleach. These got a lot of bleach. And I kicked their ass too. So
I like the red laces in there, bro.
thank you, sir.
The red laces make it pop.
Yeah,
I usually flip flop, aka the King. I usually so this one's got a red one, the other one's got a black lace. I still might put a Levi's tag on the back. I got some old jeans. I might put a Levi's tag on the back or put the little Levi's hang tag here. But for the most part, I'm happy with these two.
Let me ask you something. Since you put them red laces in there, have you thought about maybe adding a little red to the midsole?
I haven't. That's not a bad idea, actually. I haven't, but I might do that. I got like 3 more pair, so
yeah,
I might do it on some more.
I think some red on the midsole would look good, especially I see that red Jumpman on the bottom.
Feel fresh. What's going on? Feel fresh.
And then the one last shoe. This is the actual new shoe that I got between last show and this show. Is these Pumas, them Puma RSX. It's a comfortable shoe. Shout out to my homie G4. G4 really rocks with the Pumas, and I got 2 or 3 pair of these when they came out, and I think these was like $50. So for $50 with the gum bottom, I know OG loves a gum bottom, no pause. I had to scoop up on these.
I seen on Sneaker Steals they be having the sale for like 53 and some change, and they had the Buzz Lightyear. I thought about pulling the trigger on those, but I didn't know how the sizing on it was.
So my foot is doing whatever the hell it wants to do. So these are actually a 12, and most runners I wear a 13. So for this one, the 12 fits perfect. So I probably say go with your size. It's a runner. Go with your size. So yeah, but they comfortable shit, man.
Okay, that's a lot, sir.
That's all I got. That's it.
Yeah. That's a lot. All right, Mr. Hop Dog, what you got?
Well, I had been talking the last couple of episodes. I had a shoe that was in the shop. Had to get a tune up on it, change the spark plugs, change the oil. And I picked these up for a pretty good deal, but I had to get them redone. I picked up the Diamond Turfs. Ooh. And I had my man Red. He's normally in the chat. I don't think he's in there today, but if you could check out that line work.
So are those the Diamond Turfs with the Dion, or is that the Diamond Turf with the
2010?
Okay. Yeah.
That's 2010. But when I got them, they was in kind of, he did the bottom for me.
Smoking Bear, what's good, man?
Got the bottom back white.
Mr. Bear, what's good?
Man, check out that line work.
Smoking Bear LaFair and Mr. Bear 76 in here. That's what's up.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Yes,
now,
sir. So
do you like those, or do you like the shark tooth ones? I guess the ones that came out after those.
You mean the 2s, the Diamond Turf 2s?
Yeah.
I like these better.
Okay.
I like these better. I got the red Diamond Turf 2s. And so I had to get these to go with it, man. I've been kind of like on a trainer kick. And I show these as an honorable mention, Beard. I don't know if you've seen these, but I picked these up last week.
Yes.
The Trainer 3 lows.
Yes.
And the leather quality on these is pretty good.
Yes.
I remember when I worked at it. When did those come out?
These came out like 90, 91.
Because we got when I worked at Foot Locker Outlet, we got a shipment of those. And the only reason I'm even remembering that is because it took up a whole row. It was a whole row of the store. And we had a full run from like a size 7 up to, and it was an outlet. So we had some 17s. We couldn't keep those on the shelf. It was just the all whites. That's all it was. And they sold like Monarchs back in the day.
I was gonna say that's the original run.
They come in and they was like, it was at the outlet. So they was like $30. They was killing us. And a lot of those that we get at the outlet, they were display shoes. So they would be yellowing and shit. No one cared.
Yeah.
No one cared. Back to school time. Oh, let me get 75 pairs. So shelf is clean. You got to go through the back. Walking out with the boxes. I hate it when we got those bad boys in.
Yeah, that's the OG dad shoe right there, man. For real. So what
Hey, that's
about
what we
you?
are.
What about you, Retro Black? Y'all see you didn't change your name on the screen. What you got? What you got for us today?
I went back, man. This is the shoe I've been waiting for about almost a month now, and I was thinking that it was going to be it was delayed because of this pandemic that's going on. But I got the shipping number or the tracking number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here tracking it, but it kept saying that it was still in the country of Morocco. So I'm like, well, damn, it's been 3 weeks now. Why is it still in there? But I finally got it. Just came in a DHL truck. So don't rag me on that now.
He done got them across the waters on us.
They came across the water, but they ain't across the water.
Gotta watch for the hook, man. Gotta watch for the hook.
Man. I've been watching for the hook on these, but it's these 1987 Delta Force highs.
And was it clean too?
1987.
Yeah, 87, man. It still got the actual original insole. And why they call it the Air Delta Force, I don't know if y'all see that AC.
Yeah.
Sure.
The reason why they call it AC because the insole was actually, it had a built-in air unit. And when you could take it out and you can actually see it. So it wasn't in the sole, it was just in the insole itself. And you can see the bottoms. I ain't even cleaned them up yet.
So it was like some of the SBs, some of the SBs.
Right. Got the zoom in it. Yeah, got the zoom in it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Q. Ain't nothing wrong with the DHL, man. Ain't nothing wrong with them. We got Red in the building.
They got ruined.
Yeah, they did, man. Hey, but it is what it is. Because I didn't get nothing in from them as far as like when I Googled the shipping, the tracking number, DHL did not come up on the radar. It was always, Canadian Post, Japan Post, and then it was UPS. I mean, USPS or the Postal Service. That's the only three things that came up. So that's what I picked up.
When I had ordered something off StockX not too long ago, and it came DHL, and I was like, whoa, ho, ho, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But it was a shoe that had released overseas first, and I just went ahead and ordered it before it got down here, and they said it was DHL shipping. And I was like,
see, I didn't get that though. At least you got that. I didn't get mine like that.
Well, it was from StockX. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna send you out a shipping thing, a shipping notification. Yeah, so that's the only thing I can think of. I think they came from. Don't have me lying. I can't remember right now.
I think Black Shoes is older than Jay Beezy.
Who that? Oh, you talking about Logan?
Shoes. Yeah, I think those shoes probably older than Jay Beezy, man.
Yeah, they probably older than a few people in the chat. I was like, dang, I was like 11 years old when that shoe came out.
Old as hell, big fella. Go ahead and watch how you step, big fella.
Hey, but one thing I heard him say, hey, you know those definitely ain't been bootleg way back then. So
nah,
you ain't got to worry about them.
No sir. Did anybody in the chat pick up anything over the weekend? Did anybody get those court purple ones?
Actually, I did hit on those.
Did you?
I forgot about that. I was actually shooting a shot for somebody else, and the shenanigans on sneakers per usual. Log out, log back in, get the cart, pending, cancel. I ended up with a 10.5.
Okay.
So I'm still gonna try and help out the people that I was looking out for, and maybe try to trade those to get the 9 that they're looking for.
So was that a hard cop, or is just the fact that people had to just shop online instead of going in the stores?
Them was sold out everywhere instantly. Like that was done. That one was done because for the first time in a while on sneakers, that one immediately, you know how it goes live, and that one is the first one I've seen in a while do that. So it did the same thing. Available, sold out, and then every place else you went, sold out. So that one moved.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons is, like Black said, you couldn't go to the store and pick it up. You know what I mean? It seemed like they was readily available, but it seemed like everybody hit except me. So
I didn't even try. So I I woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I woke up yesterday morning, it was probably about 10:30 when I got up. I was like, nah, I ain't worried about it.
And I think it was Sheik trying to be a little slick with it. They waited for their release. They didn't drop theirs until about 11 to 12 o'clock, which is pretty tight. That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
I just hate they shipping though.
Oh yeah, I think I've only ordered one thing for Sheik, and it took like 2 weeks.
Yeah, Sheik like that, and Shoe Palace like that. They take about 2-3 weeks.
Shoe Palace. And that's what I'm thinking about. It was Shoe Palace. It was Shoe Palace, not Sheik. It was Shoe Palace.
Well,
Shoe Palace, that's the one that's got the clock on there, right? Are they the one that got that big clock on there?
This time I didn't even get to a clock, so I don't know.
I know Rue Villa, which now is I think DTLR.
That's it.
They do the big clock.
They do that big stopwatch.
Yeah.
You got to sit there and keep adding the cart and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Man, like I said, I didn't even try for them because, it ain't nothing I was really looking for. I think it's just 2 pickups that I'm looking for that's going to be like, general release. It's going to be probably the Fire Red 5s whenever they come out.
Right.
And probably I want to get the infrared Air Max 90s. They're going to come out later this year. And probably the Black Friday release. That's about it for me.
I'm trying not to get too much other shit. But every once in a while, you get something that go on sale, like the Denim 6s or something to go on sale, and it's like, all right, let me go ahead and scoop it up. But as far as releases, I think the only other thing I saw that I was interested in was the Steeler 12s is what I call them, that yellow.
Yeah, the black and yellow.
Those look pretty dope, but 12s look horrible. They look great on everybody's feet but mine. It's not the most it's a comfortable feeling shoe, but it's not a comfortable wear shoe. Like, I don't like how they look on my feet. I like how they feel on my feet, and I love how they look on everybody else's feet. But these 12s, man, I'm like, all right, I got the ones that I need. I'm good, and I rarely wear them hoes.
They like you said, 12s are comfortable now.
They comfortable on the bottom of my feet. I hate the whole tongue and lacing shit because you have to tie those up, and I don't really tie my shoes. So if you don't tie them, they flip flop. They do all the flip and flop. I don't like that. So yeah.
Those yellow ones, is it a new buck material or is it leather?
It looks like it's new buck, which I'm cool on the Muppet feet. I'm cool. You can only have so many suede shoes, in my opinion. Yeah. And I'm in Texas, so I don't need the Muppet feet going on like that.
They suede and heat don't mix.
Not at all, bro. And I wear black socks too. Nah,
bro. Black sock gang. Yeah, exactly.
It's a whole lot of shit I don't need to do.
I don't know with the 12s. I'm more of I wish they would just keep them leather. You know what I mean? I just like the leather look on them. The leather looks better to me. Yeah, in my opinion. I
like that leather when it be glistening in that light. You know what I'm saying?
It's all over your body.
Exactly.
Easy say he's gonna be 40 next month. My bad. LGB say I ain't no baby. I ain't no fucking baby.
He said ain't no baby, cuz.
I ain't no baby around this motherfucker. I'm about to be 40.
No baby. Ain't no baby low.
Put some respect on it.
I put some respect on it with the K.
Our three of us.
Right. Got my $98.
He said he got his
Hibbit.
That was quick. Yeah. He ordered Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you try for that link, Beard, that I sent?
For the Hibbits?
Was that that wasn't Hibbits. I never heard of that place that I sent in a DM. It was
it was a YCMB or something.
Yeah, them.
It wouldn't work. It took forever for it to come up. But I did hit. So Hibbit, I actually ordered 3 pair. Here's what happened. I put them on cart on my phone in the post show, the Afterburn, and then I ordered them on my computer. So in my phone, they were the right size. In my computer, they weren't. And I ordered 2 pair of the wrong fucking size. So when I realized it, I hit them up and I was like, yeah, it's above me now. You just got them. So I got to wait on those. And then I went ahead and ordered the pair that I actually wanted. I only ordered one of the pair I wanted. And those got here before the other 2 I ordered the day before.
Wow. Damn.
So, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? But they sourced all their different warehouses and shit like that. So I needed was closer than the other 2 that I don't need, that I might have to turn it around and send right back. Unless somebody in the chat need 9.5, and then you can just pay me and I can send them to you instead of having to wait 9 years for Hibbit to give me my money back. I'd be fine getting up off of them than waiting the 9 years for Hibbit to pay me back.
Y'all got a Hibbits in your area?
Not at all.
Okay,
Really?
because I know the one down here is still open. They still letting people in there.
Oh, for real? I ain't even been nowhere, man, so I can't even tell you. I know the city gears are closed. I know the mall closed. Other than that, I don't know anything else.
Well, I think the city gear over there on Palafox, I think they still open. Yeah.
Palafox and 9 Mile?
Yeah. I think they still open.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got for the history portion of the show?
For the hip hop history. All right. On April 12th, 1988, Boogie Down Productions, they released their sophomore album by All Means Necessary. That's the one where KRS is holding the Uzi, looking out the window.
Yeah, doing the old Malcolm X on him.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Also, on April the 11th, David Banner was born. Happy belated to David Banner. David Banner.
Yeah.
Also, April the 11th, the film Friday, the soundtrack for the film Friday was released in 1995. And of course, April the 10th, which is also my wife's birthday, Q-Tip was born. So Q-Tip turned 50 this year. And also on April the 10th in 1990, Tribe Called Quest released their debut album. Do y'all know the name of that album? Little trivia question for y'all.
Tribe's debut.
It's the first. It's kind of long now.
Yeah, it's very long. Instinctive.
Oh, the instinctive shit. The long one shit.
Yeah.
Instinctive people of travel.
Yeah, in the paths of rhythm.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, and also on April 10th, 1990, the same day, Fear of a Black Planet came out. Public Enema. Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I say this also on April the 9th, Deep Cover, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg's debut solo single came out. So
man,
that was what?
That's when
92.
we talk about Snoop Dogg being able to rhyme. I'm not one of those people. No shade if Snoop comes across this. I'm just a bitch ass nigga. Don't worry about me. But I'm not one of those people that say that Snoop was one of the best rappers ever. Snoop was one of the hottest. He came out, it was napalm. But if I hear him spell his name,
one more time.
Come on, bro.
Snoop D-O-double-G.
Come on.
Because that'd be me.
That was amazing. That was an amazing song.
Let me tell you this. I think probably my favorite song out of all Snoop Dogg songs is the Shiznit. Now, I think that beat and he did flow on that song, because I go back and listen to that song every once in a while, and that's probably the best song that he flowed on, in my opinion. He was flowing on that song.
You talking about flowing, or you talking about lyricists? Like, because it's a lot.
He was flowing. He was flowing.
Okay, yeah.
He was flowing.
Flow. Snoop can flow. He can ride the beat. But what you saying though, that's where I'm at with it. Like,
but that sounded like a freestyle to me though. It sounded like a freestyle though. Yeah.
Well, I think he did mention in that song that it was like a freestyle. I think he mentioned something that it may have been a freestyle.
Which is fine. But now if you talking about, top 5 rappers, if you do one of those questions and you mention Snoop, but you're not mentioning Black Thought, I'm looking at you crazy as hell.
Oh no.
We're talking about two different things, bro. Like that's.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you. Black Thought is probably one of the most underrated and slept on MCs in the history of MCing. That brother right there, man, Black Thought might be in my top 3. He's definitely in my top 5. But
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
but I've been party started. If I'm talking about getting a party started, I'm definitely calling Snoop is one of the people I'm gonna call, because he can vibe with the beat and get the crowd hype. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I've had this conversation several times. He'd be like, Snoop was the best rapper. No, he wasn't. He was never the best rapper doing anything. He was hot. Just like Lil Wayne was hot. They had some hot times when they was running the charts. But if I got a battle to save my life, I'm not naming neither one of them motherfuckers at any point.
I'll say this. Back in the day, a lot of people don't know, and I'm not saying that he did this for Snoop, but DOC wrote a lot of raps for them folks back in the day. He helped out on a lot of stuff on Death Row. I'll just put it like that. He helped out with a lot of stuff.
It's a lot
Because-
more to being a rapper or MC than writing the rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Is your delivery and swag and how you get that shit down matters a lot. Like it's a lot of cats out there that can spit, but they can't make a song. These are all different dimensions to how you do the game. So like even when you was mentioning, you know, BDP, Public Enemy, Tribe Called Quest, all that shit dope. But a lot of times it's cats out here that we like, that we just like because we like. It's not everything ain't got to be the tippity tip shit. Sometimes that shit is cool. And Common was a garbage rapper when he first came out. That first album had a couple songs, but
I liked the first album though, man. I liked it.
It was cool, but
I liked it, man.
You gotta like Daz Effects. You gotta like a lot of them.
I did.
Common was doing the same.
Now I did like Daz Effects, and Daz Effects on some of their songs, they wasn't doing all the riggedy rah. You know what I mean? They would actually have a straight flow. And matter of fact, on their second album, Straight Up Suicide, they kind of went away from the like the bump stickety bump. They didn't really do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
they just
tongue twisting.
Yeah, they just straight up flowed on that album. I think that one was kind of like a slept on album also.
Look at
Straight Up Suicide.
Lil Wayne is one of the goats of what? A goats of what? I didn't say Common was garbage. I said that album to me it was that's not one of my favorite albums. Like you had I think that first album had 15 tracks. It was like 4 really dope ones.
Wasn't Common in the Alcoholics? Wasn't Common in the Alcoholics?
I think it was
Alcoholics West Coast.
I think it was like a lot of them.
That's Exhibit.
I don't know.
Exhibit was in the Alcoholics.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna tell you something about Lil Wayne. To me, Lil Wayne is more of a punchline rapper. He's more of a punchline rapper.
Can I borrow $1?
Me personally,
right here, beard.
Let me get my.
Can I borrow $1 was okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Can I borrow $1? I'm thinking of Is it Resurrection where he was doing a lot of the hibbity? I can't remember. Maybe it was Resurrection.
This is his first one right here.
His first one was Can I Borrow $1? So yeah. Resurrection. No, Can I Borrow $1 when he was doing all the double time rapping. So
he was.
That album had like 14 tracks or something like that on it, and there's like 3 songs on it that was dope.
Yeah, it's he got 14 on here. Came out in 92.
And how
I think what really
I liked it though. I
think the song that really put Common on the map was "Used to Love Her." That's
to hip hop.
Yeah, and that's what started. I think the beef, his beef between him and the West Side Connection. They didn't take that too lightly.
Resurrection is when he started getting into his own, because that's the second album. That's I Used to Love Her was on there, and that's when he started getting into little beefs and shit like that. He started to carve his own lane, look a little different. He started wearing that goof ass hat, shit like that.
But was that when he got with Erykah Badu too?
No, that was Electric Circus. That's when that shit went crazy.
Okay.
But that was much later. That's like for his 4th album. Because after Resurrection was One Day It All Makes Sense, and then I think 2 more albums before then. I can't remember. I told y'all this before the show. Once I start getting into that shit, I'm like, I'm not the dude for that shit. But because Electric Circus, that came out I was in Atlanta when that came out, so that was in the 90s. That was late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he was messing with Erykah Badu.
Yeah. Okay, damn. Cause she done moved away from Dre then.
Yeah.
Is that all you had in hip hop history or hip hop?
Yeah. And I see the chat comment, and there's a lot of stuff I want to say, but we ain't fixing to get into all that right now. That would take the show a whole nother level.
Exactly.
But I respect anybody's opinion about rap and shit like that.
Yeah,
it's just it's different opinion. It's one of those that's always gonna be. It's always a fight if you want to fight it. Everybody's gonna have good points for the most part when they start saying some shit, unless somebody says some shit like was it Silk the Shocker, Slick the Shocker is a dope. At that point, I got to slap the shit out of you. He was not dope ever in life. Never, ever dope.
Yeah,
ever.
I'll pick Mystical over him all day. because I feel like he kind of bit mystical. You know what I'm saying?
I pick Fiend over him.
Fiend.
I pick myself over him. Bruh is literally one of my least favorite rappers to ever touch a microphone.
Who you think's better, him or Master P?
Who? Slick the Shocker?
Silk the Shocker, yeah.
Or me? Or Master
Or
P?
Master P, yeah, Master P.
If I put myself above the Shocker, I'll definitely put Master P. I hate everything he's ever done on the microphone. I hate it.
Now, Q said Silk the Shocker was aggravating to listen to. Let me tell you somebody who's aggravating to listen to me. And some people might roast me in the chat, but Meek Mill, I cannot listen to Meek Mill to save
I can't
my
listen
life.
to him. No,
I
man.
cannot
All that
listen
damn
to
hollering
that
and shit,
dude,
bro.
man, bro.
No, man.
That dude
he hollering
right
too
there,
much.
like, golly.
But see, even then, like Meek Mill hollers, but he still be spitting.
He spits, but it's his voice. Sometimes I just can't get past his voice.
I think it's his
his
voice and deliver. I think when he delivered, I can't get with it.
But
I can't get with it.
I've heard Silk the Shocker do an interview like a couple years ago, and they asked him about his rhyming. You know, we listen to you, and you always a little bit off the beat. And he was like, "Yeah, I did it on purpose. You know, I try to be." No, you just garbage. You just garbage. Nobody raps on the 6 and the 8 like he do. Let me get 16 bars. I ain't got 16, but I'll give you 9.5. What? No one wants 9.5 bars, sir. No one wants 9.5 bars on the off beat. Nobody wants that. I hate it. Listen to him rap. I hate it. Smokey Bear said Slick was Blueface before Blueface. You're right. You're right.
I hate that damn song. I hate that name, Blueface. Tatiana. Man, what the fuck? No.
You got a question?
I can't do it.
Y'all listen to Meek Mill Championship. No, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. But like I said, I'm gonna be cringing the whole time while I'm listening to it. Just
put it this way, when you working out, when you and Gabe are working out, put on some Meek. You're gonna be hyped.
Okay.
You might set a PR. But if I'm riding in the car, I ain't listening to no Meek. But Meek gets hyped.
Yeah, Red said Andre Benjamin, all of Wu-Tang, Nas, Fabulous, and Jadakiss. I agree with you on Andre. And Jadakiss is an underrated rapper also, man. I love to hear Jada rap. You know what I mean?
Underrated where?
What you mean? You don't think Jada was? You don't think Jada was?
No one ever sleeps on Jada. Jada can spit. No, he's not underrated.
Oh, I already know he can spit. But I just think he gets slept on from a lot of people when they mentioning like a lot of their top rappers. I think Jada gets slept on a lot. That's my opinion. I don't never hear too many people bring up Jada's name. You know what I'm saying?
But the question is usually top 5. So like if you're a New Yorker, like Caddy musty ass probably name a Jada in the top 5. If you're a New Yorker, you putting him up there. But if you're doing top 5, if it's 5, you got to cut off somewhere. He might not make the clip for 5. I don't know anybody outside of New York that would put him in their top 5. But it's not a slight. It's just because I only got 5 slots. I only got 5.
Yeah. You're right.
If you expand that to 10 or 15, 20, he comes out pretty easily. University. Jada was bad in the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Does his voice make you? Does his voice make you think that he's the baddest, or is it just the way he flow?
Oh, I think he can flow, and I like his voice. His voice is pretty dope to me. Even the stories that he tells, he got that old raspy New York type voice. I can listen to him do an interview, no problems. You know what I mean? And he's kind of funny too when he tells his story.
So who you picking first? You picking him or you picking Mystical?
As far as who between
just
Jada and Jada, battling. I think Mystical might get him if they battling, but doing songs, I think Jada might get him.
Yeah, because Mystical ain't been out in a while.
Yeah, but those are two different type of rappers, though. You know, Mystical, he's a down south rapper, and his style is totally different than Jada's.
Well, I'm just looking at how they did that producer or DJ battle with Scott Storch and Manny Fresh last week. You know, those are two different types of producers, if you ask me. You know, Scott Storch was pulling out a lot of R&B hits. Manny Fresh stayed Cash Money all the way. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he held his own. I mean, I know that's another whole story.
Well, here's my opinion on that. I'm gonna run through that real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. A lot of those songs Scott Storch played, he was co-produced on a lot of those, and he played the keys on a lot of those.
Exactly.
Manny Fresh did everything.
Everything.
For Cash Money.
Exactly.
He produced, he mixed, he engineered, he did everything. But don't get me wrong, Scott Storch, he's a great producer. He produced a lot of hits. And
just playing the pianos and all the songs?
Well, he produced a lot of stuff. Like he produced some Beyonce songs. You know, he produced a lot of stuff. And Q had brought this up that I didn't know. I didn't know he was a founding member of the Roots. I went back and watched a documentary about him, and sure enough, man, he was on there playing the keyboards for him. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff. He had actually left the Roots when he did that one song that they got with Erykah Badu.
You got me.
Yeah, you got me. He had left the Roots and came back and produced for him. But you know, Scott Storch, he's I saw a thing where Timberland did a diss track on him. Timberland said, "I'm a real producer and you just a piano man." You know what I mean? But Scott Storch played the keys on Cry Me a River.
But see, I'm like this. You picking a strictly hip hop producer, and you battling him against a producer that goes all genres. He was pulling out heavy hitters. You know, Justin Timberlake, Jay-Z. You know, he's pulling out all these, and then like you said, all he was doing was playing the pianos on most of them, man. But I like the skit that Manny did on him when he said he was asking Siri to search for Scott Storch, and he said, "There's no search for Scott Storch." Then he came back and was saying like, "Oh, the Scott Storch that smokes that does cocaine." I was like, "Damn."
If you got to know what your strengths are. So if you
exactly
set that parameter up, if you're not setting up any parameters, and then you going into a battle with somebody who's that big, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't expect Mike Tyson to get in an MMA fight and just win because he can hit hard. If somebody take you to the ground, you're getting your ass whooped. And so you pull Scott Storch up, and he got Timberlake, The Roots, he got Beyonce. You got all these people in there, and all you can give me is the Hot Boys. I'm gonna whoop your ass unless you tell me it's strictly hip hop. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Not to
that's what I thought it was supposed to be. I thought it was supposed to be a hip hop battle though.
Well, here's the thing. Manny Fresh got called in late because Scott Storch was supposed to battle somebody else, but I guess that fell through, and they called Manny at the last minute. Manny was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And I saw Manny did an interview, and Manny he did sound like he was kind of salty, and he was like, that's why he knew he was getting into, because he had a skit where he was like, "We're only playing hip hop hits. We're not playing all that F and R&B, Scotty."
You got to explain that before. Like, you can't talk shit when you get into the fight. Now, all Shaq do is dunk. Yeah, but he got 75 points on your ass. You didn't stop him. You knew what the hell it was going to be. You got Scott Storch. What you think he going to play? Only hip hop? No, sir. I got too many options.
Yeah.
And not to mention Manny. Look, ain't no shade to Manny, but a lot of hip hop from about 2001 to about 2007 was one chord, repeated, and a bridge, which means, minimal keys, and you put it on a loop. That was a hip hop hit. It wasn't until we saw somebody like Ryan Leslie come in and start mashing all that shit together again. It was like, oh, there's melody in hip hop. Oh, I remember that shit. But for a big, like, 10-year gap, it was bing, bing, bing. Nelly.
Yeah.
Nelly.
I already know.
3 chords and a hook, and it was like, oh, that's hip hop. No, it's not. Y'all quit producing. A lot of these producers came out when they quit producing music. I'm not saying that's Manny, but I'm saying Scott Storch was a whole nother ball game, and he should have explained that shit before they got in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was still dope though, but like you said, he should explain the rules or whatever.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Manny played some songs that shouldn't have been. He should have played some other songs. It was some songs that he left off of there that he should have played instead of playing some of the other stuff that he selected. And 313 talking about the piano like it's easy. I took piano lessons for a hot second. Now I know it's, and a lot of stuff. I think Scott, he taught himself how to play the piano, because I saw the thing. I think he started out playing Ray Charles, and he's like he broke it down, he simplified it, and then he just started playing all of it. And I was like, man, how he was playing that Ray Charles, he sounded just like Ray Charles playing that piano, man. It was amazing. You know, Scott Storch has definitely got a gift and he's got a talent. So no, I'm definitely
got
not.
an ear.
Yeah.
He's
I
got a
sat there,
good ear.
man. They showed a thing where him and Timberland made a beat like off the rip. Go look at it. It's on YouTube. It's like recent too. Timberland had a drum pattern. He sent it to Storch, and Storch just sat there and played the piano. Man, that thing sounded so good. It was ridiculous.
Check Smokey LaBelle out.
Go ahead.
No, I was trying to get to Smokey LaBelle.
Beats by the Pound and Attic Crew made beats.
Yeah.
He said.
I don't know. What is oh, my bad, Q. I meant to say Q the Queen. I guess I called her 313.
Yeah, you did. I was like, I ain't see her though. I was like, I ain't see her.
Yeah, my bad, Q.
Yeah, I was looking like that. What you saying?
Don't do that, Black. Don't do that.
I'm just tripping.
You better get something started for real. Don't do that, Black.
Nah, ain't nothing. We got love for all of them, man. You know how it is. Oh, boy.
Real quick, did y'all? I don't know if y'all saw it, but I checked out the RZA and DJ Premier's battle. I checked that out this morning. That was a dope battle.
I seen a little bit of it before I came out. It was. I mean, what I saw was okay. I guess I couldn't get into it because I didn't have enough time. I took me a little nap earlier, so. I like Premier better. That's just me. Going off of what I know from Premier and what I know from RZA, I like Premier better, man. I just do. Say it again, Beard.
I didn't watch it. I missed it. I knew it was coming. I just forgot about it. But I'm also not a Wu-Tang fan. That's one of those things. As much as I love hip hop, I've never been a Wu-Tang fan. So my bias probably would have shown through anyway.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like Wu-Tang, but I don't think RZA have enough hits like a Premier do. And I like Premier. Premier is like strictly like straight hip hop. That's how I look at Premier. RZA, I want to say he's strictly just Wu-Tang in that Shaolin style, but I know he's done other things. But I just like Premier and what he did, and he's still doing. So without even listening to it, that's what I do.
It's a straight hip hop battle, I'll tell you that. A lot of boom bap.
But see, you got to think about it, man. With this pandemic going on, everybody being in the house, it's good that these A-listers are actually doing stuff like this and actually bringing entertainment while you sitting at the house. Because how many movies can you look at in a day? How many sitcoms can you look at in a day? You want to look at something totally different. So when they come in with these battles, man, whether it's sneaker battle, whether it's producer battle, beat battle, rhyme battle, whatever, is something fresh. You got so many people, man. Who that was?
They doing it for free too.
Manny Fresh and them had over 200,000 people looking at their live that day, man. Yeah. I was like, that's crazy. And then once that hour was up for their live, they came back on and they instantly had 100,000 right off the bat. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I want to say they had about 180,000 last night. Yeah, they had about that much. So. Yeah, it's definitely been dope. Like I said, and all of them are doing it pretty much for free. They just getting on there and they providing free entertainment. So I think it's pretty dope also.
Yeah, we got to give big shouts out to D Nice for that, man, because he the one actually started it. So shouts out to D Nice with that. And shout out to everybody that's actually going live, whoever you is, man, just trying to provide entertainment for people that just need something to do while they're in the house, man. That's how I look at it. Okay. So we good? I need to go ahead and get this.
I think we didn't talk enough about hip hop.
Let me get this one little tidbit of sneaker news out the way, or sneaker history out the way. On April the 12th, 1996, Reggie Miller wore the Nike Air Thrill Flight. He wore it against Gary Payton and the Sonics. And he also wore it in a game between the Orlando Magic, what they won 111-101. He shot 6 from 11 from the three-point line that night, and he was the second player to make over 1,200 three-pointers in his career. I I think he ended up with his final total was like 2,563 pointers made to surpass Ray Allen. So, I mean, before he was surpassed by Ray Allen. Y'all know Reggie Miller was a sharpshooter. Let me show the shoot right quick. I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing. Just a basic Nike shoe, man. That's pretty much it. You can see Reggie Miller sitting there by Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
That was April 12th.
I want to know what shoe he wore when he did the choke sign to Spike Lee. That's what I want to know.
I think it was the Air Money. I want to say it was the Air Money. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say it was the Air Money. Also, this was April 9th, 1990. Kevin Johnson, who was the former mayor of Sacramento, he's a 3-time All-Star. April 9th, 1990, against the Utah Jazz, the Suns beat them 119 to 115 in overtime. The Suns made 61 out of their 80 free throw attempts. I'm sorry, which was a record that stands to this day. And Johnson played a big role in that because he sunk 23 out of 24 free throws, and he ended up with 37 points that game. So can you guess? Now, this is 1990. Can you guess what shoe he actually wore?
Hell no.
Come on with it, Hop. Come on, Hop. You gotta know this one.
Probably gonna be some. It's a Converse, probably.
Nope. He won with Converse then. He won with Converse then.
I know he ended up with Converse.
Yeah, he ended up with Converse.
You got me.
You're gonna be like, oh man.
The Hop got that black guy. Probably
that who
just showed up today.
Oh no. See, Caddy said Converse too.
Oh, the Flight 89s.
Flight 89s. He wore that in that game. So that's a little sneaker history right there. I would show this one with Hank Aaron, but nobody want to look at no baseball.
Rude.
Rude ass cop.
Rude.
What was Hank Aaron? What did Hank Aaron do?
Let's see. April 8th, 1974. Let's see. He smashed his 715th home run on this day as the Braves took down the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he wore, they call this the Triple Crown. Let me blow it up. No pause.
Oh, that's the one where the people was running on the field.
They call that the Triple Crown.
That's some major history right there. For baseball.
And fun fact for those who don't know, Hank Aaron, he was born here in Mobile, Alabama. He has a stadium named after him in Mobile, Alabama, called Hank Aaron Stadium. And he also has his childhood home that they uprooted from the Tomanville community, where he grew up at, and they moved it to the stadium to make it a museum. So that's just a fun fact.
So that was for his 715th home run. How many home runs did he end his career with?
Was it 755?
Yes, sir.
Was it
55?
The reason why I say that because I think Barry Bonds ended up with like 760 something. 762. Ah, goddamn it.
762.
That's it. Red said the Jordan 4s. No, he did not wear Jordan 4s. It was the Flight 89, sir.
That's why.
That's a little fun fact, as you know, as far as Hank Aaron. And you know something, I'm gonna say this. This city does so much for that man, but he doesn't do not one thing for this city. He doesn't do anything for this city. I'm not shitting on the man. I'm just know he doesn't do anything for this city. But anything for Atlanta, hey, he's there. He's there. So, am I being salty?
Yeah, I'm about to say. So, like, when you make your greatness, should you owe more to the city where you were born, or to the city that made you rich and a household name? And that's just a question. I'm not putting an opinion on it yet, but I'm just asking.
I mean, I say do both, because you gotta know where you're coming from to know where you're going. That's how I look at it. I mean, I still rep Detroit, Michigan. I ain't been up there in years. I've been down here most of my life, but I still scream Detroit, Michigan. I love Michigan Wolverines, all sports across the board. My secondary is Alabama, but I am a Michigan Wolverine fan to heart.
So when Retro Talk Forum blows up and y'all get a network TV show, is it gonna go live in Michigan first, or is it gonna go live in Alabama first? Because y'all both got the Alabama ties.
It's gonna go live wherever they paying the money in the studio at.
See what I'm saying?
There you go. There you go.
The money came.
But I'm just saying, wherever it's gonna be at, though. Wherever it's gonna be at.
Atlanta gave Hank that money.
I mean, I understand that, but he doesn't say nothing about this city at all. I mean, at least say something, man. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe I'm just being salty, man. I don't know.
Hey, you there? I understand. I understand.
I just look at it that the city
after the fact, so I get it.
The city pays so much, for his name, to where he doesn't even come down and christens the stadium. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, damn bug. I'm over here killing flies and stuff, man.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought this was a high class show. They got roaches. Yeah, they got roaches on this show. Yeah, help me, please.
Oh man,
this is the raid. Raid.
Everybody on the dance floor.
That is a good question, though, Beard. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of understand what you're talking about. They because they kind of say the same thing about Emmett, where I live now. Emmett Smith is from down here where I'm from, and a lot of people say he don't really do much for Pensacola. Like they say that man be charging for autographs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They say he don't even. Yeah, they say he don't even really. I'm not sure on this now. Don't quote me. I ain't. This just what I've heard. But they say he don't really. Some people say he don't even really claim it. But
Catch me shit. I swear to God, I hate cat like that.
You say keep your hands over here.
I have to put up with this bullshit.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the topic at hand. Our topic today was going to be 80s and 90s comedians. There's a lot of comedians out there. We're not going to do like a top 5 or top 10 comedian. We're just going to kind of throw some names out there. And we're just going to talk about their accomplishments. Do you like them? What you like about them? This, that, and the third. Just kind of, we're going to do like we did at hip hop. Just talk about comedians. That's it. So you got a list started, Hop?
No.
Okay, I'll say this then. Okay, I'll say this. So let's go with Beard.
Yeah. You asking me for
a list? No. When we say comedian, what's the first one that comes to your mind?
For me, it's gonna be Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Now, I got to add context to that because Eddie Murphy, like, it doesn't really need explanation. But my favorite movie is Coming to America. Probably another top 5 movie for me is Harlem Nights. I have both of those posters on my walls. Beverly Hills Cop, all that shit, and those are just his acting shit. But when he got on stage, Delirious and Raw, this is one of those topics, man, that I could just ramble on and on about. But when you talk about I think there's 2 different ways to be a comedian. There's an art of comedy, and there is a humor, actually funny comedy. Not too many people are able to do both. Eddie can do both. He can tell you a joke. He can tell you a story. He can do the punchline. He can do a callback at the end of the joke. He can read the crowd. That's a comedian. Eddie is one of the dopest to ever step on the mic. So when you ask about comedians, Eddie Murphy is probably the first one I think of. Absolutely.
Okay.
He had some. He was pretty dope on Saturday Night Live too.
One of the reasons that shows he's relevant.
Yeah.
Exactly. What you say, Hop?
I was, when it comes to the 80s and 90s like that, I would say, Eddie Murphy. I was thinking the same thing because from his stand-ups, also, Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was a funny one too. I wasn't up on Richard Pryor's early stuff, but I did see the stand-up, the last one that he had, and along with him being in Coming to America. I'm not Coming to America, but Harlem Nights. Him being in Harlem Nights. Yeah. And I remember that movie, The Toy. I don't know if you remember The Toy.
Jackie Gleason.
Yeah, exactly. This one might go a little bit older, but when I think of comedians, I also Red Fox. Me and my wife still watch Sanford and Son to this day. You know what I mean? When it comes on, man, and Red Fox is hilarious, bro. He is hilarious to me. And his stand-ups, I listened to, a couple of his stand-ups. He's got a mouth on him now, but he's hilarious too. So I was. Go ahead. No, go ahead. What were you saying, Beard?
You know what made one of the things that made Red Fox and Richard Pryor so dope is that's back when they was cutting audio albums. So albums they was doing, like nowadays these cats work the room across the country, and then they'll do a 30-minute set on Comic View or something like that, or Comedy Central or something like that. Back then they do a set, it was recorded, the album comes out, they go to another city, do a whole new set, record that, and they like I think when Red Fox was talking at one point, he had like 190 something albums before he got brought on TV. I think he did he was doing Johnny Carson or David Letterman, one of them fucking shows back in the day. And it was his first time being broadcast to the white audience. And they was like, how many albums? He was like, I think I got somewhere around 390 albums. And I don't remember these albums. It was new material every time. Like, that's different than these cats now who have, you got Instagram, you could try material. You got YouTube, you could try material. You got these TV shows. When Byron Allen was doing his TV show, he was questioned up for him. That's totally different. You got time to redo it and get it right. Them albums came out like this. So Red Fox had albums people ain't heard. Richard Pryor had albums that people ain't heard. And by the time you got to see Richard Pryor on stage, that was material that had been worked out to the point that it was dope. But he still had like 30 minutes of shit that people had never heard, that's a totally different writing skill now. That's totally different.
Yeah. See, nowadays when you go see a comedian, they make you put your phone up because they doing the same stuff everywhere. You know what I mean? When they go to one city, they doing the same act. They doing the
same routine.
So it's pretty much the same thing. So that's why they're making you put your phone up, because if you leak their material, they'll be like, well, I've already seen this. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely different now. But yeah, Red Fox and Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, when it comes to playing different characters, man, he's one of the all-time best. Like, when he throws on that makeup and, he played how many characters did he play in Coming to America? Like 5 or 6 of them.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah. And then, when he got into like the older stuff, like Norbit and all that, man, Norbit is Rasputia, man. They had me rolling, you know what I mean? So
how you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I definitely, he's definitely versatile, when it comes to playing other characters and introducing other characters. That's pretty hard to do. Yeah. To do all that stuff and you playing different.
To do it well. To do it well. There's a lot of people that play other characters and do shit. They don't do it well.
Yes, exactly. So who do you think of, Black, when it comes to 80s and 90s comedians?
Like y'all said, Eddie. Everybody know Eddie because that's what we grew up on. We pretty much, our age demographic pretty much started on Eddie. I was, I guess you'd say, a late bloomer with Richard Pryor, which I did go back and listen to a lot of his stuff when I was, younger. But Eddie was my Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my favorite has to be Robin Harris, the late great Robin Harris, in my opinion. Even though his career was cut short, I felt like he still was that. I mean, I still got his Bebe album, Bebe's Kid album. I still got that on cassette tape. Listened to it the other day, and I'm still laughing at it.
Yeah.
And
that's when he was in a small club, right? He was in a real small club. It was like 20 people. The camera was horrible. It was a small club when he cut that whole one.
You can actually look at that on YouTube, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to me, like, he had that joke about the piccolo player in the church. Man, I still laugh at that to this day, man. It's just like it's simple. It's simple jokes, but they still, to me, they still relevant to this day. But you have to go all the way back to where, you know, where I can, my fondest memories of comic goes. It goes from Paul Moody to Flip Wilson, when Flip Wilson had his own variety show. They used to come on Saturday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Flip Wilson was the man. He the one started the whole character thing, if you ask me. Y'all don't remember Wanda?
Yeah, I mean, we had the lipstick on, the horrible makeup. Yeah,
the horrible makeup on and the terrible voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You had Dick Gregory before he, you know, turned into an activist. You know, he was a comedian. You got to think, man. It's a lot of comedians from the 80s and 90s. Martin Lawrence started in the 80s. When he started his first movie, I don't know if a lot of people know this. His first movie was Talking Dirty After Dark. I don't know if anybody remember that.
That's the radio show host thing, right?
No. It was he was trying to be. It was like a comedy club he was trying to get into.
That's what it was.
And the promoter was Pops, and he was going. You know, he was seeing his Pops' wife behind stage, and she was trying to get him on stage. You know, to do his little routine. Dave Chappelle is another one. Because I remember when I first saw Dave Chappelle, this was on Def Comedy Jam in like the early 90s.
Yeah, I was gonna wait to bring that up.
Because he had a joke about how the word nigga came about. I hate to say that, but I want to bring it up. He had a joke about how the word nigga came about when he was saying it was a whole bunch of white people around this round table, and they was coming up with words. Somebody, what can we call those black people besides black or Negroes? So they kept saying, one of them said, wiener. He was like, nah, that don't stick, you know. And it just, man, that whole joke to me, man, was like, okay, this is gonna be that next dude. And you could see, man, with he stayed on Def Comedy Jam all the way up until he got his show. And when he got his show, man, he blew up, man. It's like, I got Robin Harris. That's my favorite. Because I love Baby Kids. I loved him in Do the Right Thing. Sweet Dick Willie. I loved him in that.
You forgot Martin Lawrence was in Do the Right Thing too.
Yeah.
He had that crazy lisp. You know what I'm saying? When old boy messed up his shoes, he's like, he effed up your shoes, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
He was actually in Martin Lawrence was actually in the later years of What's Happening.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
He was in that too. Yeah. As far as women comedians, what y'all think?
So a lot of them cats, and this is kind of where I think comedy did a disservice, almost like hip hop. They don't give women a lot of shine. Like it's if you had to, it's almost exactly like hip hop. If it ain't a dude bringing them in, you don't see them. They don't get the TV shows and shit like that. But I remember Chocolate. I don't know if y'all remember Chocolate. Chocolate was bad in the motherfucker. And I met her in person, and then that didn't go well. That changed my whole. But Samora is amazing. Lunel is amazing.
Yeah,
I love Lunel. I love her.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, man.
Dale Givens, amazing. Like, come in and tear it down. They used to come in. Monique is not bad. Monique's a different kind of comic. She don't make me laugh till I hurt. But Samora and Lunel usually have me in pain laughing. I like a lot of these newer comics too. But if we're talking about women, I would say Samora is probably up there on the Mount Rushmore of comics, men or women. I'd say Samora might be a top 10 comic, men or women. And Lunel would probably be a top 10 comic. men or women. Now, I saw Smokey Bell and Flair. He mentioned Mama Maybell, and look, bro, just because they on tape, some of that shit don't translate. But that's hella far. But hey, Q the Queen, you absolutely Q the Queen said it, and she's right. She says Samoa is a top 10, and I can't argue with that. Comedians, and if you talk about funny, and you talk about the art of comedy, Samoa is a bad motherfucker, man.
So what do y'all think about Whoopi back in the day? Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi is an entertainer, and she's dope. I think that what was her her live set? Her one woman show. Shit, I can't think of it.
I ain't look at it. I'm not a Whoopi fan.
But if you gotta see this, because it's like the one woman show is when they was on stage. I can't think of the name of it. I think it's direct something about Broadway. It was something Broadway, like in '85, and she was on stage by herself for like an hour. She did skits and she did stand up, and it's probably one of the best things I've ever watched. Period. It's one of the best things I watched ever. Whoopi's dope, but she's an entertainer. She's a lot better in movies and shit.
Movies, yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I don't think a lot of people would consider her like a stand-up comedian.
No, I don't.
And you know, that's another thing I wanted to get into. What do you guys think about, you know, the stand-up comedians versus the movie comedians? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people got into movies by doing stand-up. You know what I mean? You know, you got Chris Rock. I know. What do you guys think about Chris Rock? I don't think Black is really a fan of Chris Rock in his stand-up.
I'm not.
So
I'm trying not to do too much talking, but this is one of them topics. So
go ahead, man.
No, go ahead, bro. That's why we got you on the show.
The first question you asked was, what do I think about movie comedians versus stand-up comedians?
Right.
I think that I'm somebody who loves comedy, but because so many people who can be funny, like Mike Epps is hilarious. Mike Epps is not a comedian to me. You can be funny at all times. I'm a funny motherfucker. But getting on stage and just doing 5 minutes of material,
man, that's
different.
That's a whole nother thing. Exactly.
When we watch all these cats on Instagram and Vine, and they're doing these 5-second clips to 2-minute skits and shit like that, that's cool. But don't take your little "I'm funny here" ass and get on stage to be here, because it don't work.
Yeah.
I don't
Mike
know.
Epps, to me, my funniest thing that I saw with Mike Epps was when he did the "Leave me alone, get out my face." What old boy was doing the baby, where your boy had the chicken wing.
No, yeah.
That's Mike Epps. Mike Epps is like you give a class clown a mic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
there you go.
He's stupid funny.
You hit that right on the head. Yeah.
But if you're talking about doing a set, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy, and I would say Jamie Foxx are probably 4 of the people that I can see can write a set from the moment they step on stage to the moment they leave. And Dave Chappelle, of course, they can write a set from the moment they step on stage to the moment they leave, and it's classic. But it's not gonna make you laugh till you pass out. Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx are people that get it in a different way for me. So the movie shit, like Rito Brown, hilarious comic, funny dude, but he's funnier in skits than he is on stage. Carlos Miller is a great comic, but he don't have time because he got to do the different circuit. But it's comedy, writing jokes. Carlos Miller's got it. Robert Powell III, he's got it. Like, you got to see him in Atlanta, and he was funny. He was the barber in Atlanta. Funny dude. Like, if you go see him, oh, he's funny. But doing jokes from the time he steps on stage to the time he leaves, fucking hilarious. LeVar Burton. These cats know how to do comedy, and they can be funny. But some cats, Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, they can write a set, and it's beautiful. It's a blueprint. But they're not necessarily going to make me piss on myself. And I love Kevin Hart. I think he's great. I think he's funnier off the cuff than he is with his written shit. And I think he's great in movies. But his blueprint for writing comedy, if anybody wanted to get in comedy, I would say do it like Kevin Hart. Hopefully you're funnier, but do it like Kevin Hart. He will do a callback. He'll do a show for an hour and a half, and he'll do a callback in an hour and 28 minutes back to the first minute of the show. And you be like, damn, he brought that joke all the way back. Dave Chappelle do that, but Dave Chappelle's funny as fuck.
Yes. Yes.
I like Dave way better than I like Kevin though.
Have you seen his last stand up, Dave Chappelle? Oh my
Dave
goodness.
He's a bad.
Bruh.
Dave's been bad since he got on stage.
Mm-hmm.
He's been bad since he got it. He's just one of those people that got it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all think about Tiffany Haddish?
Tiffany Haddish is hilarious in movies. Caddy said it perfect. I feel like Tiffany Haddish is hilarious in movies, but she's man on stage. But Tiffany has been, so Caddy knows this because we talk about it all the time. I don't know if y'all watch Foxhole Radio or listen to Foxhole Radio. Foxhole Radio in the early 2000s was the jump off point for a lot of these comedians you see. And a lot of these comedic actors, Brisha Webb and I'm Unique face ass, Tiffany Haddish. A lot of these people were on there. Chris Spencer, Buddy Lewis. A lot of these cats that you don't really see anymore were on there, and they were cutting their teeth. Tiffany Haddish used to come on there and bomb. She bombed for a long fucking time, and at some point they picked her up and they ran, probably because of Kevin Hart giving the alley-oop. She's funny, but if she does a set, I don't want to see her do a set. Not at all. I don't want to see her do a set.
I agree.
But do you think that her set is always the same, or her comedic style in movies is the same? That hood chick.
Yeah, but I mean, why does it? And this is just a question. I'm not saying you said it, but why is it a negative for some people and not for others to be cast a certain way? So, for example, Capone has been the same nigga. Talent has been the same nigga. If we talk about movies, Denzel has been the same nigga. These are all people who've been the same person for 20, 30 years plus. And it's not a bad thing. But then Tiffany Haddish does it, or Meg Thee Stallion does it, or Lil Kim does it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, they just doing the same shit. That's what works. That's what works. It works for them. That's what you want to see. For example, I got to see, this is a weird one, I got to see Jay Leno do stand-up. What is Jay Leno stand-up? It's nothing like TV. Jay Leno is the most vulgar comedian. Nothing prepares you for. So when you go see Jay Leno, you think it's gonna be funny tongue. And I went with my father, so I'm thinking, okay, my pops got, pops thought he had the juice. Let's go see some Jay Leno. I got some tickets. We go. All right, pop, whatever. Jay Leno's kind of funny. I watch him on TV. He's a funny dude. We get on the set, and the first, he's like Bob Saget. He got on there. He's like, yeah,
exactly. I was just gonna say Bob Saget.
Just like Bob Saget. He's like, yeah. So hope you don't think you're gonna see that fucking shit you see on TV. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. He's like,
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
This pussy. I was like, wait, pause, time out. Pineapples. I'm not ready for this.
Exactly. Is this your twin brother?
Yeah. Some of these people you want to see do the same shit they do. So I don't have a problem with Tiffany Haddish being typecast or doing that hood chick. She does it well.
But I hear that a lot about her. That's the reason why I say that, because I hear that so much about her. Her style doesn't change. You know what I'm saying?
Look, OG said it. Sylvester Stallone has been Rocky or Rambo in every movie that he's been in. No one cares about that. And that's exactly what it is. It's only certain people that we have a problem with. Look, I love Denzel. Denzel can play the Denzel like a motherfucker. Denzel didn't start getting chops from me to being dope until Training Day. I may be the only one. But when he did Training Day, I was like, oh my God, he's got levels. And then he Eliza in the Book of Eli, I was like, oh my, this dude is amazing. But it took all these movies for him to be the same dude, lawyer, cop, same dude. And then he hit his day out of left field and was like, holy shit. He's got skills.
Yeah.
And it's a fine line, because look at what's Edward Scissorhands' name? Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is one of the dopest actors ever, but he plays a different role every time. We don't appreciate it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He got range like a mug.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And I agree. But I'm like you. That's when he won his Academy Award off of
Training Day.
Training Day, exactly. Because they didn't expect that coming from him. That's why.
Well, I mean, so it depends on how you look at it, right? It can either be because they didn't expect it, or because black people win for playing tragic characters. And that's
that's
the more good the character is, the more ratchet the character is. We want to throw an Emmy at him.
Okay. Let me say this then.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Tupac should have won something in Juice.
He should have. What else came out that year though? Who won the year that Juice came out?
I can't remember. I know it was 1992.
So
I felt like he personified. Every time I looked at him, I'm like, "Hey, that's Bishop right there." Yeah, he crazy.
Amazing. But who won Best Actor in '92?
I can't remember. I don't know. Can't even tell you.
I'm not. That wasn't a quiz. Like I know. I'm just asking. Let's see. So Best Actor. Because I don't know. But what I'm saying is like, so Halle won for Monsters Ball. What did she do in Monsters Ball? I'll wait.
Showed herself.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
She actually had sex on film.
And there you go. So it's this thing. It's almost like we don't expect you to eat at our table, but until you live up to the bullshit, we got to talk about it. Training Day was amazing, and he happened to win. There you go. Anthony Hopkins, 1992. Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs? Really?
Is that what we're talking about? Of course he won for Silence of the Lambs.
Because he was killing folks.
You went go beat Silence of the Lambs. That was some crazy shit.
Yeah, Clarice. Yeah,
that was some crazy shit.
Yeah.
We gotta show our ass to win. So
was that when he said he wanted to eat old boy's brains with some fava beans?
It's some fava beans.
Yeah.
He was over, man. But he was on that roll. Like, sadly, and I guess you could debate it if Pac. Let me put it this way, because you said it perfectly, Black. Tupac was Bishop because we expected Tupac to be Bishop. Was that a transformation? Oscars look at that like that wasn't a transformation. That's the nigga we expect niggas to be.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna give you no award for that. It didn't take much acting. Denzel should have won for Malcolm X. He should have. Who won for that one though?
Malcolm X was what? 93?
I think he might have actually got robbed on that one.
Yeah. Let me see when Malcolm X came out.
Caddy, let us know who won for that one. Because that was 90, I think that was 92.
92. That was 92.
So I can only imagine, but Oscars for 92. When did it drop in 92 though? Because it might have been the next year cut. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said 93. Because they'll do it a year later.
Came out November 18th.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be 93.
So it would have been 93. So who won the Oscar in 93, Caddy? You ain't doing shit.
He did get nominated. He got the Golden Globe for Best Actor. But not the
Oscar. Huh?
Well, those are nominations. Nominations, Academy Award for Best Actor and Golden Globe for Best Actor.
So OG said Training Day, the Oscar, he should have got for Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Al Pacino.
That he Sin of a Woman.
I've never even seen that movie.
Me either.
Me either.
But the Queen is laying the underlying theme is that black folks went in the 90s like that. And it wasn't until we started doing that, we started living up to the bullshit. They was like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we should give them an award. I mean, he played the best gangster I've seen. All right. Mike Epps was funny. Like, again, the question was, about stage versus movies. There's a lot of movie comedians who are hilarious. There's a lot of written comedy that's fucking great. You would think Chris Tucker from Friday, because there was no script for that shit.
No, it wasn't.
Expect Chris Tucker to be amazingly hilarious. And I've seen Chris Tucker try and do stand-up. Stay your ass on the screen, big fella.
I will say this. The first time I saw Chris Tucker on Def Comedy Jam when he did If Michael Jackson Was a Pimp, that was pretty funny.
That was great. We didn't know who the hell he was either, but that was
You're
great.
Right.
It's also what they had Def Comedy Jam. They had about 5 minutes to do a set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he probably picked his great. He probably picked his best stuff.
Get on there and do it.
Yeah.
I'm coming, mama.
It was great. It was great. You do a hard hitting 5 minutes on Def Jam, and hey, it would set you up. And it set a lot of cats up.
Bernie Mac had one of the best sets on Def Comedy Jam.
Started like motherfucking coffee.
When Bernie got on that stage, he was already a legend. Yeah. That's the thing that we miss from this shit is like Bernie was doing the circuit he was local as hell, but people knew Bernie. Bernie had chops. And by the time he got to Def Jam, I already knew who the fuck he was. On that set, y'all probably already know this, and the chat probably know this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. When Bernie got to the stage for that show, he didn't have written material. He had a written set, but I forget who went before him, but they bombed and got booed off. So Bernie was like, I think maybe 2 people bombed and got booed off. So Bernie was like, okay, that's why he came out. I'm not scared of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That wasn't written. He made that shit up backstage. And that's the kind of shit that makes it so dope. And so then he got into his jokes after that. But that whole kick it, all that shit was impromptu like that. That's a whole different ball game. Have Mike Epps go up there and get booed. The show's over. The show's over.
Like I said, Mike Epps is just that stupid funny dude. He, like you said, he doesn't have a set. It's like he just have to do stupid things to make you laugh. That's pretty much what he is to me.
Okay, so let me
have skills to do that shit. I got to see Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley in Atlanta in a small room. He was supposed to do a set. He didn't do a set. It was supposed to be Ricky Smiley for about 30 minutes. I think it was 30-minute set. Doodoo Brown was his opener. If you from Atlanta, y'all
I know who Doodoo Brown is. Yeah.
Doodoo Brown came and killed it. And he actually did like 10 or 15 minutes because he was on fire. Ricky Smiley came out there and was supposed to do a set. So now his time done ran over, which is unheard of because Ricky was still on top of the world. How the fuck is you taking over my time? But he was on fire. So Ricky gets out there and he saw somebody. This is his story. He saw somebody that looked like his old bus driver, Mr. Hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't get into a set. He laughed at this dude and talked about Mr. Hatchet for about 35 minutes. Now, it was funny, but it wasn't a set. It was like he came out with just material. He was
he was improvising.
Yeah, he was like, I done lost it. And he did it. It was cool. But Doodoo Brown came out there with set and it ripped and he kept going. It's a lot of these cats can't do that. You get booed and you gotta walk up the stage. They can't turn around like a Bill Burr.
Did you see Ricky Smiley stand up? His whole stand up, the one where he was talking about the marching band and all that type of stuff. Yep.
She got that camel toe.
Yeah. Two bell peppers in a draw.
That was a great set. Ricky's also one of those that he can do both sides. He can do classic comedy setup, or he can just rip, and he's funny as.
He was on that country stuff, and that's what made me, because when he was talking about the marching band, he was talking about the Alabama marching band, and he started talking about Alabama State marching band. I felt him on that. You know what I mean? Because I used to be in the band when I was in high school, and we was one of those ones. My band director was from Alabama State, so we was out there doing all that, the dancing and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I felt him on that, man. He was talking about old boy playing the tuba. He had me rolling on that. Yeah, exactly.
Ricky was getting it, but I think a lot of those cats try and do it now on social media. They like all these cats walk around and they putting on dresses and doing the women jokes. If you're just impersonating women, that's not inherently funny. What's like one of the things about comedy is what's your voice, what's your angle, what are you trying to say? That's why Kevin Hart, when he first came out and he was doing it, I'm just a little man, I'm just a funny little man. His comic and perspective was from being a little dude who was married, and that's what he did, and that's his stories even now from his first act to now is family. You know what his tone is for his jokes. When a lot of these cats get up here, they just improvising or impersonating people. It's not just funny because you put on a dress. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they have to do that. You know what I mean? I like what Dave Chappelle stood for. They wanted him to put on the dress to be funny. He was like, no, I can be funny without a goddamn dress. What the fuck I need to put a dress on for?
I gotta say though, it goes both ways. I'm not one of those people that say if you put on the dress, you're doing all this other bullshit. I think that Wanda is one of the funniest characters ever on TV. I think that
Jamie Foxx.
Shanae.
Comedic genius. That shit is
oh my goodness.
Right, it's funny, but just because you put on the dress, though, Big Mama's House.
I could have did without that.
I mean, it's a good movie, but
okay, White Chicks.
I hate white chicks. I hate white chicks, but I think a lot of the Wayans comedy, especially in movies, is so over the top because it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
It's so slapstick. It's not funny. Like Naked Gun, all those Naked Guns is slapsticks, but it's funny.
Yeah,
a lot of the Wayans movies aren't necessarily funny like that. And the thing about Shawn Wayans that gets me so mad is because he's talented as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Requiem for a Dream is one of the best acting jobs I've seen, period. But most people ain't even seen that shit.
Me personally, I think Damon Wayans is the funniest Wayans brother. That's just my opinion. When Damon Wayans came out and he did his stand-up, he was talking about Handyman. He was talking about the dude falling on people in the wheelchair. That was hilarious to me, bro. Yeah, he he had me rolling. You know what I'm saying? Damon Wayans did.
But I think that's their niece. Shantae Wayans is funny as shit too.
Yeah, you talking about the gay one, I guess you'd say?
Yeah, I think she's the youngest one still doing comedy.
Yeah.
Actually on stage. She's funny as shit too. She's finding her way in her voice. Of course, you know, for her being a woman, they make it harder to find her doing shit. It's got to be a woman set or something like that. But when she does her chops, she's actually pretty dope. But yeah, absolutely right. Damon Wayans is the funniest, hands down.
Yeah, he was funny. So let me ask you, what you think about DL Hughley, his stand up?
That DL's another one that
I like DL.
He can be hilariously funny, but he's smart. It's really hard to rock with smart comedians because they make you think so much that you forget to laugh. DL will get you with that shit. He'll say some shit, you be like, damn. I mean, damn, you had a point. He's a smart one.
Yeah.
I like how sarcastic he be in his stand up too.
Yeah, he's
I love how sarcastic he be in his, man.
Yeah, he brings the crowd in too, because he'll talk about you in a second.
Man.
He sees something crazy in the crowd, or he just start clowning on people in the crowd.
I met San Francisco when Living Color went off the air. And he was cool as hell and short as hit. Jamie, I'm telling you, man, I know that y'all two are not big Jamie Foxx fans. That's one of my favorites.
I'm not.
Jamie's a bad motherfucker, dog. So I get that. Jamie Foxx is bad as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Beard, have you ever heard of Tony Roberts?
Yeah, I remember Tony Roberts. Yeah, Tony Roberts is one of those cats that also should have gotten his due, but he got lapped.
Exactly.
But he's funny. He's got a couple stand-ups on Netflix. He's funny.
Okay. Let's see. I saw somebody that early in the chat said Corey Holcomb.
One of my favorites. Corey Holcomb is flat out one of my favorites. He's rough. He's rough. But and a lot of times Corey's wrong as shit. But
it's funny. But it's funny though.
Funny, man. He's funny.
It's funny, man. I saw Tony Roberts, man. He had a stand-up, and he came out there with an all-leather suit on. He said, "Man, I'm trying to get my Eddie Murphy on." And then he started singing that song. He said, "I can make my own rap damn song up." He's talking about some bitch. Where you been? Where you been, bitch? Where you been? Where you motherfucking been, bitch?
Tony's one of those because you can tell sometimes when Tony's up there because he's not a traditional comic. He does jokes. He does bits, and he'll do bits for the whole time. And sometimes he'll get up there and his jokes won't be hitting, and he'll completely go off the cuff. And he's so hyper and sweats like a crackhead.
Hey, bro. He had got up there for like 2 minutes. And you thought somebody doused some water on him.
He sweats. Cats like him, cats like Earthquake. Hey, man, these motherfuckers is a different breed. They a different breed of comic.
I like Earthquake, man. I think to me it's his delivery is what gets me. You know what I'm saying? His delivery gets me.
I got a rep for the big boys. You know what I'm saying? Big boy on set. Bruce is hilarious. Lavelle is funny.
I met Lavelle Crawford. I met him one time, Lavelle Crawford, man. And he came in the shoe store I used to work at one time, man. Yeah, he was hilarious then. But he didn't talk nothing like he sounds when he's on stage. You know what I mean? When he's doing that, he don't talk like that at all. But
Earthquake the same way though. Earthquake don't sound the way he sound on stage as opposed to off the stage.
Yeah, now Earthquake. Yeah, Earthquake wasn't always funny. You're right, Cutie Queen. But Bruce has been funny, and Bruce is also a classic comic. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those that writes his jokes. He'll do callbacks and the whole nine. And I used to love when he'll do that. I ain't got no final jokes. Some comedians sometimes I'm just done.
He just dropped. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh, shit. Bruce was bad. Lavelle Crawford is one of the most sensitive comics I've ever seen, though, too. Have you ever heard Lavelle Crawford Joan on anybody?
Yes,
I
he did.
Thing with him and what's the name?
David Mann.
That's old boy that in the Tyler Perry
Mr.
movie,
Brown.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Brown.
Yes, I did see that when they was going.
Ass up. But Lavelle Crawford lost Jones session to Claudia Jordan.
Really?
Claudia Jordan wore his ass out, and Lavelle Crawford was in his feelings. Lavelle, and they was wearing. Hey, I've seen Lavelle Crawford get his lunch ate. Some people are not cut off for that comedy shit.
Yeah. Especially not joning on each other.
Yeah.
Cat it, Arnez J. Man, that's the next one I was gonna say. That dude there,
like a crackhead,
bruh. Man, I'm talking about. I couldn't laugh no more, man. My damn side was hurting after this dude.
And he don't give you no breather.
Nothing at all, man. All he tell you is to buckle up. That's all he gonna tell you. Buckle up. You better buckle up. Cause when he started talking about his brother Rodney, shit,
goddamn pants. But a lot of those cats, a lot of these people, you mentioned Tony Roberts. You got to mention Ted Carpenter.
Ted Carpenter. Yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer. Look, I got to put on. Cedric.
You got to put on for the Steelers.
You having to see this? He was actually I don't know if they still friends, but he's my oldest brother's friend. They went to high school together. So St. Louis, he was Hollywood. That was his name when he used to come on the house. He was Hollywood. And I don't know what the fuck that's before my time. I don't know why they called him Hollywood, but I remember Hollywood coming to the house. That was his name back in the Ville. He was Hollywood, and then he blew up and did all this shit. And I don't talk to my oldest brother like that, but they was friends. Cedric put on for St. Louis. Motherfucking Joe Torre put on for St. Louis.
Joe Torre, yeah.
Guy Torre eventually put on for St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was some cats back then. You mentioned the people. When you brought up Tony Robbins, I was just like, that's a whole nother Michael Collier. You get to see him now, but Deion Cole is finally getting his due. Deion Cole was doing jokes back in the day too. Don DC Curry.
Yep.
I could do this shit all day, but a lot of those old comics don't get that love, man. And it's a shame. It's like comedy was hot from about the 80s to about 2008. And then I think that's when Def Jam went off the air. And it was no more stand-up. Because even Comedy Central came in and they used to do stand-up every night on Friday nights. And then they used to do like 2 nights. I want to say it was like Tuesday and Friday. And it used to be constant stand-up. And then it was like 2008, that shit just went off. And it was like no more stand-up that you could see unless it was on the internet or some shit like that.
I think NBC's. Who that?
Small Fry.
Oh, yeah. I remember Small Fry.
Yeah.
Is she from St. Louis?
No, she was an Atlanta comic. She was country.
Oh, okay.
But she was also during that run when cats the late 2000s. She was doing shows and shit like that. I think she had an HBO special shit like that too.
Her little bit ass.
Little bit ass, motherfucker, but she was funny.
Yeah. What about since you saying like newer comics? What about? I haven't heard from him in a while, but what about Lil JJ? Remember Lil JJ?
Yeah. Like it's just like but then you got like Gina Yashere, I think that's how you say her name, from England. She's an older comic, but she's a British comic. She's older, but she's funny as fuck too. But by the time we realize it, it's gonna be too goddamn late.
She's on that show with that white guy, isn't it? Is that the one you're talking about?
I've seen her do stand-up. Stand-up, she's funny.
I think this is the same one though.
On TV shows.
I saw Caddy mentioned earlier George Lopez. What you think about him?
George Lopez is a joke thief.
Oh.
I'm not personally a fan, and that's something that I wouldn't have known until I start listening to shows like the Foxhole Radio when they talked about jokes, and you could play it back, and they were like, "Oh shit, he stole a lot of jokes." So
really,
yeah.
Didn't know that.
You ever remember a show that came on? I don't even think it stayed on the whole season, but it was around.
Before you say that, Black. Knowledge. That's what she's saying. Yeah.
Okay. This was around Def Comedy Jam, like early 90s. It was a show called Snaps. where you have three comedians on teams, and they just Jones each other. So I saw one, I still remember it, but I saw it recently. One was Tracy Morgan. Who that was? Tracy Morgan, Ray, which is he was a local DJ here and a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who the other person they had on their team, and they was going up against some more talent. No, they had Michael Blackston. That's who they had on their team, Michael Blackston, and they was going against some more talent. I forgot the other guy. Man, Monique ripped that whole show up. That whole episode, she ripped that whole show up. And it's like, it was just basic jokes that they was telling at that time, man. Yo mama, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it lasted long because they started bringing on comedians that wasn't known and they wasn't funny.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can go on YouTube and look it up. It's called Snaps.
I remember.
Like I said, oh, you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like the idea, but I think they just had the wrong comedians on there. That's just my opinion.
It's hard to organize. Number one, it's hard to organize comedians like that.
All right.
But number two, it's even harder to grab the right people because just because, like I said before, just because you're funny doesn't mean you're gonna be funny in all venues. It doesn't necessarily work like that. Some people like Cat Williams is hilarious on stage. Cat Williams also gives the driest interviews ever. He's the most attitudinal, but on stage, he rips it. Impromptu shit, he goes straight for the jugular. It's not jokes at that point, it's personal. He's a different kind of cat.
I saw when he was doing this interview not too long ago, he got into an argument. He started clowning on this lady that he was doing this interview with. Yeah.
That was old, wasn't it?
It was a couple, I think it was 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't
Something
that.
like
It wasn't too old.
You
know what I mean?
maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but he already he was ready for that. Like he had some beef with her anyway.
So really?
Yeah. When he got there, he was ready to go. And something about that whole setup that day wasn't right. It wasn't right. So I forget what it was. I don't think he was supposed to be on the set that day. If I remember the story right, I don't think he was there to do anything. He was supposed to be talking to Red. And then they kept asking him to do the interview. So he was like, all right, fuck it. I'll go on, but I'm not happy about it. Because she kept pushing it. And then that's what she got. She got ate up. She
did. She was he tore her up for real.
He tore a new ass.
But he's also one of them cats who locally was that dude. Like before he got the role on Friday, that was him. Like he wasn't playing a role. That was him. Allegedly, right? This is all I'm giving you information I've heard, and then you go back and you can watch the old shit. That was kind of his role. So he got that part of the movie, Money Mike, because that was his set then. That's why when you watch him do his stand-ups, he still kind of got the perm and it's kind of him. That's how he rolled.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So who's a up and coming comedian that you've seen that you probably want to tell everybody to look out for?
Robert Powell III. Watch Robert Powell III. Watch Kev on stage.
I remember Kev on stage.
Watch Carlos Miller.
Miller, yeah.
Them motherfuckers. What is her name? Zainab Johnson. She's a female. Zainab Johnson's hilarious as shit too. Zainab.
Have you ever checked out the 85 South show?
Oh yeah. So I watched it from when they first used to do it, and they each had their 5 or 10 minute sets. Man, it wasn't 5 or 10 minutes, it was about 5 minutes, and then they all came out there and started doing it. To now, where they just all come on stage at the same time, which was probably a better move for them because they play off each other well. But when it was just set by set, Carlos is a tough motherfucker to follow. And that's why he closed it out. Like you almost got to the point, DC, okay, DC, you funny, cool. And then Chico Bean, also funny.
Yeah.
Same kind of funny. He's funny. He's not the same kind of funny. And Carlos get on there and shut it down. And that's the way it had to roll. But when they all play off each other, that's dope. Cat Williams' Pimp Chronicles is a classic. Absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely right. You can see all that shit. I think they just uploaded Cat Williams to Netflix too. CP Powell is funny as shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Chris CP Powell is funny as shit too.
It's a local comedian here. Her name it's a female. Her name is Ashima Franklin. She was actually on Cat Williams' tour. She is funny. When I say funny, she is funny. She was the last thing I saw her on, it wasn't anything comedy wise or comedy related. She was on this show called Ready to Love, and she was the comic relief in that show. So she's since moved from here to Atlanta. So now she's doing circuit, man. Go check out Ashima Franklin, man. She is funny, bro. I swear to you, she is funny.
Some Cat Williams did or something. So I know the name. I don't know any of the jokes offhand, but I know that name.
She was in one of his stand-ups.
Okay.
Yeah, she's funny, bro. Who you think somebody that you
knew?
Somebody, yeah.
Oh man, I'll be honest with you. I have no clue. I do watch Tony Baker. I love when he does little animal skits.
Oh yeah,
I mean? He's doing the cram. You know, I love to watch that. And like Caddy was saying, Kev on stage. You know, I follow them two cats on Instagram, man. They definitely pretty funny, man. I saw one video where I think they had like 5 different comedians. I can't think of the name of them, where they was talking about who's got the best, which restaurants got the best bread, and they made old boy eat those Popeyes biscuits without water. Yeah, that was hilarious right there, man. You know what I mean?
That was Kev talking on stage.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah. Yes.
Right. This is a dry ass biscuit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was hilarious to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I follow them two cats, but I'm not really haven't seen really any new comedians that I'm really up on like that.
If y'all checked out the Kev on stage dad jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like looking at his dad jokes because they have like different folks on there. That's right. Caddy. All Deaf Digital, yeah. That's his I guess his company. But bruh, they be having like different people come on there, and like when Tony Baker come on there, he have a straight face, don't smile, don't do nothing, man. It's hilarious, bro. You gotta look at it. They tell the lamest jokes to make the other person laugh. That's pretty much what dad jokes is.
If you watch the, I think it was Shaquille's, who was one of the people who kind of brought that shit back up. Shaquille O'Neal's All-Star Comedy Jam.
Which one? Which year?
Well, I think this was the one of the funniest ones I saw. I want to say it was 2013 because that's when he had Faison Love on there, who was also a bitter motherfucker. But
yeah, you're right about him. I forgot about him. Every interview he does, he don't give anybody any props. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but they got a lot of that one. LeVar Walker's on there. Gina Yashere is on there. Robert Powell is on there. That's where I was getting Robert Powell. That's the first time I saw him, and I died laughing. And it was him and then LeVar Walker. Funny as shit. Red Grant was on that one, and then Finesse Mitchell, who was also a funny comedian back in the day. But he was on that.
Finesse.
That run right there, that 2013 one, or I think it was 2013, 2015. That one was funny as shit. But LeVar Walker is who I was thinking of. LeVar Walker is funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Q says just hilarious. I think she's dope. I remember her in the Carmichael show. I mean, not the Carmichael show, but the Lil Rel show. That was
Tiffany.
No, that's what I meant to say. Lil Rel show.
Yeah,
you ever seen that?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where she was coming around. She was finding a way to do her. I think sometimes these people get on here and the internet and they speak their mind maybe a little too quickly or too freely. And I feel like that was, unfortunately, that's where Just Hilarious fell into the trap a lot of times. Is she was saying stuff and doing stuff that was unpopular because she got into it with Corey Holcomb too. Out here doing stuff and it just derails all the shit you're already working for. You know what I mean? But she's funny, and I agree with Q. If you put in the work, you could come up. But I guess a lot of it is going to depend on who catches you and when. Because I don't think Tiffany Haddish is just hilarious, but she worked hard in the motherfucker and she caught on. And so Tiffany Haddish is on. But as far as comedians go, She's not funny like that to me. She's not funny like that to me. Just Hilarious could be on Tiffany's level, but she had to get that live set. She had to get that wave.
I remember seeing Tiffany first on the Carmichael show. That's why I first seen Tiffany Haddish at. And she was hilarious on there. But that show as a whole was hilarious. The Carmichael show. We sat there, me and my wife, we sat there and watched that show every time it came on. So yeah, if you get a chance, Beard, check that show out. Carmichael show.
But
Gerard Carmichael, yeah, he's a pretty good writer too. He did that whole show.
I like him writing. I liked him in different situations, but I don't like his stand-up.
Yeah, his stand-up is, I don't know. Would you call it dry humor?
Very dry.
Very dry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very dry humor.
Yeah.
And there it is. Q said it. Tiffany had been around 20 years before the Carmichael show. And that's the thing. Tiffany, like I said, Fox on Radio, she was out there working. She was in LA working. And so they brought her on the show, and she bombed several times on the show. Like, nothing she said was funny. But she was also in there with motherfucking minds of comedy. Like, when I named Johnny Mac and Chris Spencer, if you go through their credits, those cats been doing Hollywood for a long time. Buddy Lewis. If y'all probably know the name Buddy Lewis on Black Dynamite. He was the dude that died from the small dick. That's Buddy Lewis. Buddy Lewis been around for a long time.
That's the bald head guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you're talking about.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time. And that's the grind out in California. That's that grind, man. Them cats be out here doing it for a minute, and they just don't catch.
Yeah, Carmichael show was great, Q. I hated that they cut it short. But man, I love the Carmichael show. I still look at it to this day. It was something I was finna say. Caddy said, "What about Tracy Morgan? What y'all feel about Tracy Morgan?"
I've never been a huge Tracy Morgan fan.
I haven't really either. I remember him on Def Comedy Jam.
Def Comedy Jam was funny. Martin shit was funny. But outside of that, he's just not my type of comedian.
Have you seen The Last OG? Have you seen that show? What do you guys think about that?
Early.
I don't like it. I don't
like it either.
I don't like it.
Some of it was all right. I really couldn't get into it myself either.
I feel like he's just trying too hard to get back what he thought what he had back in the past. That's how I feel. You know.
It don't feel like it feels forced or something.
Yeah. Exactly. The only thing that I like that Tracy Morgan did when he was on Martin playing Hustle Man. That's pretty much it. And my favorite Hustle Man skit was when he had the damn saxophone with the kazoo on that bitch, talking about some pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces. That's it. That is it. Only thing, everything else that he's done, I just have, even in, well, he was in a thin line between love and hate. I didn't like him in that either. Yeah, he's gonna always be Hustle Man to me.
Yeah, but that's a hell of a thing to be remembered for. Hustle Man was great on a great show. 4 seasons of illness. That 5th season is bullshit, but 4 seasons was damn. It's a top 5 show, top 3 show. You cut that little top 3 show.
Man, you talking about my brother Bobby? Oh man,
how much
check this out, man.
15 G's, G.
What do you mean 15 G's?
This is don't come up with. Point. He was on point.
So I know what you said, not doing a top 5 comedians, but just give us your top comedians that you can name of that instantly just makes you laugh.
I can watch Eddie Murphy. I can watch Martin. I can watch Jamie Foxx without stopping. I can watch them all day. Whenever any of them movies come on with most of them people or stand-ups, I'm watching them right offhand. Dave Chappelle. I like Corey Holcomb, so for me, Corey Holcomb's up there. Patrice O'Neal was funny as shit.
I meant to say something about him. I saw that earlier in the chat, and I meant to say something about him.
Patrice O'Neal's funny as hell.
Hold on for a minute, B. Hold on. Patrice O'Neal did a joke about, he said, He said, "Would you fuck a girl that had a hole here?" What did he say? A hole in her face, right here where her nose is. So he was like, the dude. He said, "So when you mean a hole, you mean like right here?" He was like, "Yes, a big ass hole right here." So the dude went back like this here. Yeah. Do I gotta look at her? He was like, "Yes, a hole right here. Look at her, dead in the face." Fucking her. Then another one was when he said something about the girl was he said the girl was giving a blowjob like she was about to play dice.
Yeah. Patrice was
he was a fool, man. He was a fool though, for real. He was a fool. But go ahead, my bad. I ain't mean to disturb you.
No, you good. I mean, that's I could watch them all day. There was somebody on the tip of my tongue that I just forgot sitting here. I just forgot. Jamie Foxx, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Corey Holcomb, Patrice O'Neal. Who do I watch every time they come on? Those would be a quick 5. I'll just leave it at 5. I'll leave it at those 5. But those I can watch any, and I feel like anybody who doesn't name Jamie Foxx stand-ups, I think I might need security in Foxhole. You got to watch him again. You got to be missing something. That shit is fucking hilarious.
I'll go back and check him out.
I know. Neither one of them amused. He started fucking the face in the deck. I was like, oh, God.
Hey, it's a routine, though. It's a joke. I mean, it's a joke.
This show them went straight to hell in the handbasket.
Oh, man.
Who you say, huh?
As far as stand-up, I probably would have to go with Dave Chappelle as probably my number one right now. You know, Dave Chappelle. I watched all his stand-ups. I don't know. It just seemed like anything that guy say is, you know, you got people that, you know, that anything they say is funny. You know what I mean? And to me, he's one of those cats. And you know, of course, Eddie Murphy. Bernie Mac is one of them, man. I don't know, man. Bernie Mac, he's one of the ones that, you know what I mean? A lot of his movies are funny to me also. I can't remember that movie. What's that movie where he got off that subway and he just slapping people. He got off there. He's like, bah! And he's smacking the girl. And then he wound up on the last one. He about threw his shoulder out, slapping that last one. Jamie Foxx, yeah, he's another one. Say what?
I think it was Head of State or some shit like that.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx, and honestly, I like a lot of Chris Rock's old stuff. You know, his older stuff. I think Bigger and Blacker was one of my favorite ones by him. He was one of those ones that, like you were saying, Beard, like his jokes are funny, but the stuff that he was saying had some meaning to it also. You know what I mean? So, in a nutshell, those are my top ones that I like to watch. Movie wise, I think a movie that we may have forgot about was Trading Places. To me, that was one of the funniest movies, in my opinion. You know, I love that movie, man. Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan. Too. Yeah, man. With Billy Ray, when he was on that wooden thing where he was pushing along at the beginning, he was talking about he lost his legs in the war. You know, and they asked him what unit he was in. He was, I was in Delta Con. You know. Yeah, I can see. I got legs. Yeah, man, that was one of the funniest ones.
Interesting that no one mentioned Sinbad.
Oh.
Sinbad. What's your opinion, Beard? Because you're looking like you got something to say. What's your opinion, Beard?
I think that a lot of stuff that we laughed at and liked back in the day just doesn't age well. And I think Sinbad's comedy didn't age well. Like there hasn't been a moment that I felt like I need to watch some Sinbad. Whereas Mark Curry, TV show Mark Curry, stand-up Mark Curry, funny.
Yeah.
And that age, I could watch Mark Curry all the time. You
didn't like hanging with Mr. Coop?
It was cool, but it wasn't my show. When Mark Curry gets to go off, that dude is hilarious. But it's like, since we on Retro Talk Forum, they're talking about, there's talks that they're going to bring back G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, I loved watching G.I. Joe as a kid.
Mhm.
I've had the opportunity to watch G.I. Joe. I think some of the shit's on YouTube. Doesn't age well. Doesn't age well. Vol.13 is on Netflix. Doesn't age well.
They ain't doing it right. Whoever doing it.
You can watch Bugs Bunny right now, and it's still funny.
Yeah.
Some of it just doesn't age well. And Sinbad would be one of those to me. Props to what he did, but he just wasn't. And that might be what it is, Q the Queen. He doesn't cuss enough for me. That might be what it is. It might be the same with Bill Cosby. Because when we're talking about writings, comedy sets, Bill Cosby, old shit, great. Funny as shit too. But I don't know that it all aged well. Like I could put in Delirious and Raw and watch them from front to back. Bill Cosby.
It's one. It's one more that dang, it was just on the tip of my tongue.
I agree with that, Caddy.
Oh hell yeah!
What about Bill Bellamy?
Bill Bellamy was dope.
Mm-hmm.
He's also another one that was really good with comedy too. I don't know what happened to his, because he was that dude.
Yeah, he was.
How to be a player. He was that dude back in the day, and it was just like
motherfucker.
I don't know what happened. I can't put my finger on that one. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, because that's one that we didn't mention from back in the day. I remember Bill Bellamy from back in the day also.
Bill Bellamy, you mentioned talent earlier when you was talking about that other part, Black. Talent was dope to the motherfucker too.
Yeah, I like Talent. Yeah, like Talent.
Deion Cole, he's finally getting his due, but he was dope back in the day.
Yeah.
But a lot of them cats it was like they missed their moment. Kind of like, a lot of cats from hip hop back in the day. We know the Kango Kid and shit like that, but you didn't strike when the iron was hot. That's when you should have been running shit. Like we should be talking about Kango Kid now, but you missed that moment.
So what you got, Black?
I'm gonna say, like I said before, at the beginning of the show, or the beginning of this topic, Robin Harris to me is number one for me. I just like his style. I like his delivery, and I like the way he can just take command of the stage. Like I said, Baby Kid, man, that's classic. I mean the stand up. I'm not talking about the movie. I mean the stand up, the live stand up.
He had on the dress too. For all the naysayers who say you can't wear a dress, Robin Harris put on the dress.
Enlighten me.
He did. It was an old ass set because I know Flip did one too. But in that,
I know Flip did.
I think in that live set, Robin Harris did one on that shit too. Like because they had the set and there was a before and after, and Robin Harris had on the ugly ass wig and some shit. He was in the crowd talking to himself some bullshit.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and try to find that one then, because we can't be having that. Can't be having that, man. Let's see. Robin Harris. I'm gonna say Chappelle, Richard Pryor, because I think Richard Pryor just set the standard for a lot of these comedians, of our generation.
I think he was probably one of the first ones to make his serious situation and turn it into comedy. You know what I mean? Like when he was talking about he was on drugs and he burned himself up doing drugs. You know what I mean? He really did his thing on that set.
So I got. Let's see. I love Tony Roberts. I know I ain't gonna say he's past his time, but I think a lot of people sleep on Tony Roberts. I just like him. I like like you said, he's full of energy. I mean, when he joke across, he's gonna get it across, and so we got Robin Harris, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, and Tony Roberts. I like those. I could say that's it for me. I like those. That's it for me. Everybody else is cool, but I like those because it's just if you got a routine or act or a joke that just grabs me, and you keep me on the edge of my seat laughing. Yeah, you got me. You got your instant fan right now. So that's just me. I mean, Mike Epps a fool, but you know, all he does is act stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be times where you actually got to get up there and have a routine. And if you don't have a routine and people just know you for being day, I mean, you got to have range when you in comedies too. You know what I'm saying? Not just in movies. You got to have a range when you're being a comic on stage. You got to come with different shit. And Mike Epps always come with the same shit. So he's open movies now. Don't get me wrong. But just stand up, I can't rock with him stand up. Got anything else, y'all?
No, I would say again, like if you get a chance, most of this stuff is on Netflix. We all sit in the house, so you can go ahead and look this shit up. Check out Shaq's Comedy All Stars, and I think it's that 2000. Whichever one has Faison Love on the front, watch that one, because Robert Powell it's real hard to do jokes because if you're not in that setting, it's not gonna hit. But when he came in talking about he went to the Chinese buffet. And he said that fool ran right through you. And he said he ate he ate a roll and it ran right through him. He said I had to wipe my thumb. He's like, did I eat it or did I drop it on the floor? And he got up and started taking this. He said, I'm taking this to the commode. This shit run right through you. That you gotta check him out. He did a bit where he was talking about his grandma. She caught on to these young kids shit. You know, all this social media. She came around telling some, what's give me that Becky? He said, so he had to tell her. He said, I would have told that me give a hug. He said, so now I got a call the other day from the church. She done went down to the church telling all the people in the church to give her Becky. They done put her out of church. She go outside with the kids and told the kids to give her that Becky. And the kids just laughing, they ain't shit. She asked her, she said, what is KY jelly? He said he was just told her something was for a sandwich. So then he came home one day. She just in there sweating. She told him, I can't taste nothing. My throat numb. He said, watch your damn mouth out of you got the way he delivers that shit. Robert Powell is funny as fuck. You got it. He was talking about going to jail. He said he went to jail and he didn't know what the fuck. And it's funny because he's a small dude and he's country. His accent sound like he might be a lot of real older country dudes sound like they might be on that side. You know, they say funny. He sound funny. That's but you would expect him if you didn't know. You probably think that he's funny is the way they put it. So when he's telling this joke, he said he went to jail and they was talking about, you know, first time he got locked up and the dude looked at him and sized him up and said, yeah, you gonna be about it. He said, well, I ain't got no problem being on the bottom bunk. That's fine. You know, I'll be on the bottom. Ain't no thing for me. I'm fine with being on the bottom. And so he said, man, I didn't know what he was talking about. That shit hurt at first. And I was like, the way he delivered it, fucking hilarious. Y'all got to check him out. Robert Powell III, LeVar Walker, again, on that same set. LeVar Walker is funny as hell. I think he does his act now, because he runs a lot with Corey Holcomb, is the pharmacist, the comedian pharmacist or something that he does. You got to check him out, too. He's a funny motherfucker. So y'all get a chance. Shaq's All-Star Comedy Special is hilarious. And one of the greatest stand-up moments that y'all should all know, impromptu, like the improv shit. Shout out to Wayne Brady, who's also funny as shit.
Yes.
Jamie Foxx in that roast where he destroyed, was it Chris Williams?
Chris Spencer.
Doug Williams.
Doug Williams. Yes, right. Doug Williams.
Destroyed.
Yeah, I seen that one.
Your conscience. Funniest live off the cuff moment I've ever seen in my life.
I seen that one.
Shit ever.
I just thought about somebody right quick.
Yeah.
Do you consider Spice Adams a comedian?
I don't know because it's hard. I can't consider him a comedian. I consider him funny.
Mm-hmm.
I consider him a comedian because he ain't did no set.
No, I'm saying so.
Yeah, comedian.
You got to. You got to judge him on doing the set. Yeah.
I think he's probably just like an Instagram comedian. You know what I mean? He does funny skits. You know what I mean?
He's funny. Like I've seen him. He showed up on wrestling. He showed up on WWE doing some off the cuff shit. He's funny, but until you get on stage and do 5 minutes or some shit like that, hey,
yeah, so we can really see how you are.
For a comedian, for me to call you a comedian, yeah, you know that's one of the things I gotta see. That's why I said Wayne Brady. Like improv and stand-up and jokes and acting. Like Wayne Brady is another Jamie Foxx. I hate people who have talent like that and it doesn't seem to do what we would want it to do. I think that they could take over shit. Justin Timberlake is a funny motherfucker who's also talented. He can act, he can sing, he can do jokes, and it's like, now again, Justin Timberlake is famous as fuck, so he ain't got to do shit ever in life.
Yeah.
But when you see him do Saturday Night Live,
yeah,
you can literally say for 5 years that was the best part of the show, and all the stuff that I heard about that was him. It wasn't people writing for him.
Mm-hmm.
That was him. So yeah.
Yeah, the dick in the box and all that stuff that he was doing with old boy.
His ideas. Now he might not have wrote it that way, but delivery is also a large part of it. You know, we talked about hip hop earlier. Just because you can spit, if you can't deliver it, no one gives a shit. Your delivery got to be on part. That's almost as equal or more than the writing. A lot of them old rappers had other people write for them. That's because they could deliver it. The person who's writing it may not have been able to deliver it, but that delivery is motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got to have that shit, man.
Yeah. Did you see Wayne Brady do the 5 Fingers of Death on Sway?
Yes.
Wayne Brady's a bad
Wayne
Brady's a bad motherfucker, dog.
Yeah, he cut up. He's
a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wayne he's dope with it.
Yeah, he tripped me out when he was on the Chappelle show. You know, is Wayne Brady gonna have to smack him?
that put him on. You know, a lot of people didn't know. They didn't know him. Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
For 10 years or some shit, and was working in Japan and doing shows in Japan. He was an actor. Like that dude he's ill with it.
Yeah,
Wayne Brady's ill with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Orlando Jones, another motherfucker that was flat out funny and talented because he did stand up a lot too. But
he just fell off, didn't
he? I can't explain that one. I don't really understand either. Because he did drumline and he did all that shit and he was popping for a minute. And
you just don't see him no more.
What happened? I know he popped back up on that show, Gods or some shit like that. It was on the AMC. American Gods or some shit like that. Don't get me started lying, but they canceled his role. But he was on point then because he can act and he's funny.
Y'all made me think about one more guy. What about Flex?
Flex Mitchell?
No,
they just called him Flex back in the day. Didn't he marry Shanice?
Oh, you talking about Flex Alexander?
Flex Alexander, yeah.
You remember him as a comedian? Yeah.
I ain't like him.
You weren't feeling him, huh?
Nah.
I was thinking I put together Flex Alexander and Finesse Mitchell. That's why I came up with Flex Mitchell. Finesse was a funny one.
Yeah, it's Finesse. Yeah, how you talking about? Well, this was a dope topic to talk about, man. We've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and we wanted to talk about it with Beard because we know he knows about a lot of comedians, and just the whole topic of comedy, period. So what other way to just get him on here to talk about this? And it was at a good time. I'm sorry, it's this time that, you can come on. I'm sorry what I said earlier, man. I didn't mean to say that, man. Brothers, man.
You good, but that's comedy, right? Shit happens, and you got to turn it. And I'm one of those people who I've had people try and ask me to get on stage. I don't necessarily think I'm that damn funny. I think I'm situational funny as shit. But I've had people ask me to do stand-up, and I've been in situations where, hell, I was kind of low-key doing stand-up at my pop's funeral. Like I was telling the story, but even afterwards, people was like, yo, that was hilarious. I was just doing me. But getting the idea of writing a set, I think is amazing and terrifying. I'm one of those people, like if you see me at a comedy show, when I go, I'm usually watching the act and dissecting the shit. And every once in a while I laugh, but I'm looking at how it's put together. I'm judging it. I'm judging it because I like comedy like that. I respect it and how you put that shit together. But nothing is harder to me because it's hard for me. When somebody get on stage and you got to make them laugh, like they expecting to laugh, make me laugh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What actually happens for most people is the opposite. They go to a set and you'll see this shit all the time. I promise you've all noticed it. There's somebody get on stage and they'll say something that's not funny at all, and people will start chuckling because they're ready to laugh. So a lot of people be like this, and you be like, man, shit is crazy. Oh my God, shit is crazy. That nigga's so funny. You didn't say shit, but you're so ready to laugh. And for some people, that's the opposite. I'm the opposite dude. You got to be a funny motherfucker for me to laugh. And that's why I don't laugh at a lot of Chris Rock jokes. I don't laugh at a lot of Kevin Hart jokes, but I respect the way they put that shit together. Dave Chappelle will kill me every time. He's a bad
exactly,
man.
Bruh. That first joke that he had, and it was kind of crazy because you didn't know where he was going. Where he was talking about Anthony Bourdain. When he was talking about that, and then he was like, he had a friend that he went to college with, and he was a manager at Foot Locker. I could relate to that. That right there had me rolling, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let me make sure I say this because they started to call me out. You can't let these people, certain people you can't just let talk. I'm not ignoring y'all. Cadillac Jack Security Queen, I'm not ignoring y'all. I just don't think I'm funny like that.
Hey, you're going to be on Royalty Entertainment, bro.
I would
love to be a punch-up writer. Like writing jokes and shit like that, because it's really weird. When I watch movies and comedy shows, I tend to know what the fucking next joke is going to be. It's almost annoying to me because I'll say it sometimes, and my wife will look at me like, "Oh, you don't already seen it." I really haven't. I haven't, but I understand. Not like I get it like all the way, but I understand comedic timing for shit, and so I'm able to fit. It's almost like the Matrix. I can see the shit happening before
figure it out. Yeah.
I can figure it out and I see it and I understand it. But getting on stage and doing that shit, hey, respect, because that's a whole nother. Nothing makes you. I don't know if either one of y'all have ever been on stage, like doing a play or anything like that.
Back in elementary, yeah, I did something. I was in a play, but
talking about what 50 people.
Well, parents. Parents and stuff like that. Yeah, nothing major, nothing big. You know what I mean? As far as like what you're talking about, you know what I mean? But
I've been on stage with 100 people in the crowd
doing the stand-up thing.
I wasn't doing stand-up at all. I was actually doing open mic poetry, and
okay,
I am. It was some comedy in there, but I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just talking. Nothing makes your asshole tight. No pause. This is 2020. You take it.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Nothing makes your asshole as tight as that bright light. You not being able to see faces and 100 people just waiting on your ass. Bad shit. Because I went into it was open mic. This is that neo soul era, and I was writing shit at the time. And somebody came in. I didn't know. First time at this open mic spot. I'm rolling by myself in St. Louis. I got my little notebook and shit because
you on some Love Jones stuff, huh? You on some Love Jones stuff?
Shit just happens, right? You know what I'm saying? So I got my little notebook, and the motherfucker saw me come up with the goddamn notebook and shit. He was like, "Hey, what's your name?" And I thought he was just talking to me. What's your name, man? I gave him my name. Cool. I'm in the audience, and they're like, all right, we're going to get to the open mic portion of the show. We had our featured person. We're going to get to the open mic part. And coming up, Beer Jedi. Nigga. I was like, nigga, I wasn't doing nothing tonight. When you're in one of those settings, man, they hype you up. So, of course, everybody's looking around, and I'm sitting there like, ugh. And old boy is on stage pointing at him, come on up, bro, come on up, man, give him a hand, get him to come on stage. So now I got to I'm like, oh, shit. So I done came on stage, and being me, I just start talking shit, and motherfuckers just laughing. I did my poems, did some more shit laughing, and they was like, yeah, go ahead and do it. But I've not done stand-up. I respect the shit out of it. Also, let's keep it all the way funny. Keep it all the way funky. Being on stage when you're a fat nigga, it's a whole different conversation, bro. Nothing will make people want to heckle you more than being fat. They want to have jokes. I've been to a set, unfortunately, where a comedian in Atlanta, we used to go to comedy show all the time. Props to Shane. And anyway, we was doing Comedy Corner in Atlanta on Peachtree. Peachtree long as shit. But we went down there, and I don't remember the comedian's name, but it was me, my homie Wiz, and my homie Crazy. And that's his name because he used to do stand-up. And we sitting at the table. Me and Wiz are bigger dudes. Crazy's about 6'3", probably weigh 110 pounds soaking wet. But we were sitting right up front because we used to always go down there. And the comedian's act is bombing. So then he was like, fuck it. I'm going to talk about them. He's like, oh, y'all look like an R&B group. Look at Too Skinny and the Big Boys. Why did he do that? Have you never seen anybody get heckled without a mic? We drove that motherfucker off the stage. It was the worst. Corey looked around. He's like, his name is Corey, but we called him Crazy. He looked around. He's like, oh, he talking to us? Get him. And it was, we all just, it was like Joseph coming from everywhere. His ass got off the stage. It was like, I forget whose actor was on YouTube, but you could see him. He was trying to be funny and heckle somebody in the crowd. No, it was the movie. It was in Nutty Professor.
You talking about Dave Chappelle with Buddy Love?
Got on Buddy Love, and then Buddy Love started getting him. It was like that in real life. That motherfucker got wore off the stage. Hey, man, I'm just trying to do my set. Y'all heckling me on my job? Oh, no. Your ass got to go. So I know that reverse energy, when you the big nigga on stage, nothing hits hard like a fat joke. Nothing hits hard as a fat joke. So that's a whole nother ball of wax. That's why the Very Prophet is terrible. Because when they get him on them fat jokes, he ain't got no comeback. He just be mad. He be like, oh, they got your ass, bro. You can't come back from the fat jokes. You ain't shit. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So was that your first and only open mic that you did?
I did the poetry open mic twice. I did do it. Yeah, the second time I went in prepared, so it was a little bit different. Like I went in and signed up, but that first time, ooh.
Did you get the finger snap?
It's a poetry spot, of course. You know what I'm saying? People get on stage, they be horrible, but you had a poetry spot in the 90s?
Yeah.
And be like, poems are flowers, flowers live. Oh, that's deep. That's deep. The 90s, yeah, they're like, ooh, that boy good. And that's,
oh, man.
I don't know if that was good or not, but I got the love.
Yeah.
You are doing this. You have no reason not to. I'm not funny like that. I'm not funny like that, Q the Queen.
I mean, you may not think so, Beard, but I ain't gonna front, man. You know, every time we watch Talking Kicks, man, I can't speak for Black, but I'm pretty sure he probably feels the same way, man. It's y'all be cutting up on that, bro. That's be cutting
Cadillac
up.
Jackson. Cadillac, look, let me tell y'all something. Cadillac Jackson ghostwrites everything I say. Everything that you hear on TK is Cadillac Jackson. He is the main producer of the show. OG does the camera, Cadillac does all the writing, and I'm just a nigga on this camera. That's all it. Cadillac Jackson gets all the love. I say, that's the truth. That's the
truth.
Man. Let's go ahead and end this show, man. It was a dope show. We want to appreciate our brother, our sponsor, Mr. Beard Jedi, with LFTHVYCLOTHING.com for coming through and talking this dope topic with us. You want to go ahead and shout your stuff out there, Mr. Beard Jedi, sir?
Yeah, and let me, because I have a chance, to some people who got some common sense out here that don't know me on Retro Talk Forum. And what do you call your people? What do you call the people who watch the show?
We haven't came up with a name yet.
Okay.
Well, we working on that.
Okay.
We know y'all have the mighty kick talkers.
Yeah,
so
we call them
to work through it.
That's what we call them, the cat. That's what we call them.
The people.
Hey, mama name a chat. We gonna call them chat.
Yeah.
Hey, so chat.
Yeah.
The story behind I'm a big nigga now. I don't know if y'all. I'm a big nigga now. I used to be an even bigger nigga. And what happened was I went to. This is the story behind Lift Heavy. That's why I'm going to do this. I went to go get gastric bypass. I got to a real dark place in life. I was suicidal and was like, the only way I'm going to make it is by doing this. It was literally, at the time I lost my job, and I was literally at the point where every night, it was almost like at midnight. Usually my wife would go to sleep. I was unemployed. I go in the car, go around the corner and buy as much candy, sugar, soda that I could handle. And I was just eating myself into a funk. That's literally what happened. I got up to about a 6 or 7X shirt. So by the time we moved to Texas, I was also depressed at that point because I just got another job and it was way over my head. You know how you kind of lie on the interview and you get in there and you get it and you talk yourself into a job. I couldn't do none of that shit, bro. None of it. All this shit was over my head. So every day after work, I would come home and I would stop and grab something to drink. So a fifth of Hennessy would last me maybe a day and a half. I was drinking myself to death. My wife was in Texas. I was in Maryland. I was fucked up. Got to Texas, and I was like, okay, I'm in this routine now. Let me figure out what the fuck I can do because I don't necessarily want to die, but I also don't want to do shit to fix it. So I went to go get gastric bypass. And he was like, hey, to do bypass is going to cost you, at that time, it was about $7,000. You'd have to do a liquid diet for 30 days before. You have to do a liquid diet for 30 to 60 days afterwards. So and you would have to go through medical counseling, counseling and all this other shit. And I was like, well, what the fuck? You talking about 3 months to 6 months of my life? I have to do some shit that I can't do. That's why I'm in here talking to you. So, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna try and go to the gym. And that's basically what I did. So I started looking at, trying to find some t-shirts. If you wasn't wearing Echo or Rockaware, some shit like that, ain't no gym shirts. Wasn't no gym shirts you could wear. And if you got a Nike or a Reebok is really the one that caters to bigger people. It looks like shit. It looks like fucking garbage. So I said, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna make a shirt. I made the Lift Heavy logo design back there. Oh, I hit that on the first try.
Yes, you did.
God,
you gonna come on our show and hit it first. I can't even get the motherfucker right my damn self.
Like Ray J said, I hit it first. So I hit the Lift Heavy design, and people saw me come up with it, and they was like, hey, I want that. So my first 2 orders sold out immediately. I'm also in the gym. My job was to open the gym. I made a job. This is something y'all can learn from this show too. For all you people who are unemployed, who got laid off, like myself, sometimes you could talk yourself into a job. The gym at that time didn't open till 9 or 10 o'clock. I said, look, I ain't got no job. I want a membership. I can show up here from 6 to 9 or 10. It was 9 o'clock. I can come in and work from 6 to 9, open the gym for free. You give me a free membership. I'm hustling into what I'm trying to do. Mm-hmm. So they let me do that. So now I got the free membership. I have no excuse not to work out. Came up with my own shirts because I need a shirt that could fit my big ass. Did my own shirts. People started buying the shirts. That became Lift Heavy Clothing. The idea behind Lift Heavy is not about going to the gym and lifting all the weights. It's about pushing yourself. That's why the design that's over now behind me, DYG, is the seal on all my shirts. So defy your genetics, define your greatness is about you getting off your ass and pushing it. I don't have any hate or disdain for people who go and get bypass surgery or go on those shows, My 600-Pound Life. Do what you got to do. But the point is that black people, we tend to say diabetes runs in my family, hypertension runs in my family. We make all these excuses to accept the bullshit that we have. When if you just get off your ass, you'd be surprised at what you can do. So from when I started doing Lift Heavy to now, I'm about 70 to 80 pounds lighter than what I was before. That's just from going in and busting your ass. Now, why you still a big nigga? I'm actually a certified trainer. Why you still big? Because I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be. I was never intending to be a large. I never wanted to be a size large. I'm only 5'7" and some change. It's 2X or die for me. Once you get down below a 2X at 5'7" and some change, people think they can slam you. I never want to be slammable, ever. But I'm gonna slam a motherfucker. I can, you know what I'm saying? I get in the gym, I can throw it around. I slam you, but I never want to be slamming. So the idea behind that brand and why I fight so hard about people who want to invest in it, and I could have done all this and could have done that, is because that brand is personal for me. I started the brand for me. People bought into the shit, and that's the way I still rock with it. So find your genetics, define your greatness. Lift Heavy Clothing is about going in and pushing yourself to be as best as you can be. That don't mean that you're going to look like these motherfuckers on TV have abs and chiseled all that shit. That might not be for you. That's cool. But you go in there, you bust your ass, whatever you're doing, and the results are going to show themselves. And that's what the brand is. So when I started talking to Hop and Black, that was one of the things. And they know, don't fuck around and ask me no fitness question, because I'm going to give you the business. I'm going to give you the business.
Yeah.
It's
that
a lot
he will.
And
that he will.
There's ways to do it. So I bought a Lift Heavy shirt and lost a whole 2 pounds.
That's what I was laughing at. Yeah. I was laughing at GTC Reels too.
What do you say? I once wore a tank top to the gym and got laughed at by some dudes saying my spaghetti arms and baseball tan, you need to shave your armpit hairs. I said, good point. But look, let me tell you something about this shit. I went to the gym one of the first times at Gold's Gym when I was wearing one of them bullshit ass shirts, and I was on the leg press machine, and the dude was like, I could hear him, right? Like he thought my headphones had died when I sat down, but I wasn't going to take them off, so I could still hear him. These were just some little earbuds. And he was like, this fat motherfucker over here sitting on the machine, I wish he would just get off it so I could work. I heard him say that. I know that my legs are strong as shit, so I put the whole goddamn stack on the leg press and did leg presses. It was a seated leg press, so that's some bullshit. But anyway, it was a seated leg press. So it was like 520 pounds, some bullshit like that. I did it on purpose because people do that shit. They go to the gym and they talk shit, all these memes, that fat motherfucker can't work. Hey, call it what you want to. But Orlando Pace will slam the shit out of y'all. He had a gut hanging over his knees. That shit don't matter. I've seen people that weigh 160 pounds, deadlift 600 pounds. Stop letting this bullshit social media tell you who the fuck is in shape and who's not. Stop pretending that you care about that motherfucker that's fat and say it's not good for his health. Skinny motherfuckers die every day, B.
Yeah, some of the most healthiest people die. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not healthy. That's the point.
Yeah. Well, some of the people that you think that they look. Yes.
Right, and that's the thing. So, man, fuck all that. Just get off your ass and go to work. Get out there and bust your ass and go to work. And that's it. That's what my brand is about. It's not about lift heavy. It's not about going in there and bench pressing 900 pounds. No, go out here, lift some goddamn weights. That's it. Go bust your ass. Whatever it is you're trying to do. You trying to work at whatever place you're working at. Try and be the best motherfucker working at that place. I promise you, hard work don't lie. It don't. You could be Tiffany Haddish and be grinding for motherfucking 30 years and finally hit your mark and people think it's overnight. Nah, you worked. You work. You get that shit, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Don't let nobody tell you that shit. Social media will try to make you think that fit looks a certain way. I've seen people go up to motherfuckers and tell you that, hey, GTC reels, it was seated. This ain't a squat. 500 on the seated machine is totally different than a squat. So he looking at 500 plus. It was seated. So the reason that I said seated, I'm glad he said that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm glad he said that. So when you're talking about a seated machine, most of the time it has a little decline or an incline.
Yeah.
You also have a pulley and a machine. Don't forget that mechanics play a good part in that. When people are doing, put it this way. How many times do you see somebody go in the gym and they lay on the lying leg press and it's got 9 to 10 plates on that motherfucker? Yeah, I'm lifting, pushing weight, man. It's about 1,000 pounds. It's not because mechanics matter. You're talking about an incline. You're talking about hydraulic. You're talking about a slip. So this 1,000 pounds has quickly become 600 pounds. It's quickly become 300 pounds. They can't get up and squat that same shit.
Yeah.
Mechanics matter. Somebody get on the bench press and they bench press at 225, and then they get on the Smith machine and they can only do a plate because mechanics matter. Smith machine neutralizes the bar weight and it's also on a fixed weight. So you can only use certain weights. If you're on the bench, you got your stabilizer muscles, you got your quick twitch muscles and all this shit. You can lift different weight. You're using your legs if you use in proper form. All of that is going into your bench press, 225. Get on the Smith machine. I promise you less than 3% can take 225 from a free bench and get on the Smith machine and do 225 because now we're isolating those muscles. It's just your chest. That's it. So
it's not free going.
Your legs are out of it. Your shoulders are out of it. This is just your chest. Well, your shoulders are in it, but this is just your upper body from about your nipples up. That's all you got left. So just saying, that's all it is. It's different. So the 500 wasn't the flex like I'm out here doing weight. It's all that was on the stack. So I did the whole fucking stack, but it's also a seated apparatus that has different weights. So that's why I said 500. It wasn't like, yeah, I could do. No, it was because that's all that was there. I'm not one of them niggas.
I guess he shut up after he saw you do them. Do that.
Nothing else. There was no more words. Because I don't even know how many sets I did. I just went because I was mad. Like I'm already intimidated going to the gym.
Yeah,
I'm a big dude walking in here. I'm feeling out of place, and then he gonna say the shit where I can hear him. Oh, so we talking shit? All right, then let's go. Come to my stack. I didn't even, proper gym etiquette. You're supposed to take the pen out to let somebody else go. I just got the fuck out of the way. I'm at the right down the stack. Go ahead and do that because I know you can't. I know you can't. So go ahead and do that. Adjust that shit. I want to see you adjust it. He went to a whole other machine after that. But yeah, anyway, that's Lift Heavy. If you go to LFTHVY.com, use your code RetroTalk, you get a little discount off. Check out my shirts, man. Fitness stuff over there. Lift Heavy. I got the Outcast other side. I fucked it up. I got the Outcast design there that Black has got on. I got the DYG back there that Hops got on. There's also a great one back there behind me. So check me out if you feel like it. And if you don't, that's cool. I got another brand coming later on this year. So that's what it is.
Oh, shit.
Thank you to the shit having me on here for Retro Talk, man. Y'all got to show y'all famous. Y'all better than talking kicks.
Man, whatever.
Man, cut that shit out. Hey, man, cut it out.
Facts.
It's never gonna be as good as Retro Talk, man. So thank y'all for allowing me to be on the show. It's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Monday Midsole, Retro Talk Forum, Sneaker Files, the Sneak Dish Show, and somewhere down here is Talking Kicks, where you can catch us on Wednesdays. Every once in a while, Cadillac Jackson's about to have a little spawn demon child, so we probably won't be back for a minute. One of his wife spits out this hell spawn. So we'll come back.
Uh,
Yeah, you can check us out on Wednesday nights. We usually post up. Follow us on Instagram, Talking Kicks. And yeah, you can see what we're talking about.
That's dope. Appreciate you for coming through, man. You know, blessing the platform. And
Hey,
just talking, like I said, man. Ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do.
That's why you go out support, man. Lift heavy, man. You don't have to be lifting weights, man, to support, though. You know what I mean?
Facts,
you got
facts.
dope quality shirts. You know what I mean? Shipping his own point. As soon as you order it, he's shipping it out. Great customer service.
Corona-free shit, okay? All my inventory that I have right now is already made, is already packaged, and it's been packaged. I ain't got no new shit. Ain't no coronavirus. None of that. Corona-free.
And we trying to see what we can do about that other shirt on the other side, that Retro Talk Forum shirt. We're gonna try to see what we can do about getting some of those. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Your other left.
You see how
it's contagious, Beard. It's contagious, Beard. It's contagious.
That's how, yeah. I got it right. Be like, yeah, this one, but yeah, over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely go, man. Make sure that you following Beard Jedi and Lift Heavy Clothing. Definitely go. Make sure you give them a follow. And it's your boy Hop Dog 18, man. Beard, once again, appreciate you coming on the show, brother. Definitely had a good time, man. If y'all don't know, man, Beard is low key a genius to me. You know what I mean? I'm serious, man. You know, the stuff that you come up with, man, you know, with our logo and the shirt, man,
I would have never.
It was unexpected. Yeah, it was unexpected. You know what I mean? And
I would have never thought of that. Period.
We've gotten compliments on it, man. Everybody is saying that, you know, they love the logo. They want, you know, everybody wants a shirt, man. And from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate you. I know I say that a lot to y'all, but it's from the heart, man. I really do appreciate what you've done for us, and, you know, you sponsoring us and just coming on the show, man, and blessing us with your presence and your knowledge, bro. I really do. Oh man, Beard and
I ain't mean to say.
I'm just looking at. I looked at it. His beard, his Cadillac Jackson smell like.
Oh man!
Hey, and if y'all don't,
possum spit.
Hey, and if y'all follow Talking Kicks, man, y'all will see that they do this all the time, man. It's
shit.
It's definitely, you know. Oh man, they one of a kind, man. They one of a kind.
Oh my goodness. Oh man! All right.
Make sure we get that on record. I hate.
Shit!
All right, I hate it.
Oh my goodness!
You sound like old girl on Baby Boy. I hate you. Oh man, that's messed up. Oh man.
Yo, they do that. We lose the last two people watching this show. Shit fell off.
Oh man. Okay, man. We gotta get out. We gotta get out of here, man. Oh, I would second everything that Hop says as far as Beard Jedi and his company, and I can't wait to see his new venture company. I know it's gonna be dope. Whatever it is, if it's clothing, whatever it is, I know it's gonna be dope because this guy has an eye for what you want without you even telling him. That's how I would look at it. Like with my personal shirt, I was like, I want this, and then you just came up with this whole. I was like, yo, book them.
Oh, the Black Ass African shirt.
Yes, man.
I'll be on quality because the first one I got you didn't fit.
Yeah, it didn't fit. That man, you know what? That mug fit like a damn medium. I don't know what that was.
And some of that shit matters. So when he told me it didn't fit, he wasn't even asking for another. He's just like, all right, man, it don't fit, but I still like the shirt. I just ordered him another one and sent it. Because I was just gonna like the shit.
I was just gonna display it like I do these shirts. That's all I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure it fit.
But man,
he put that shirt on. He was like, Dada. I always want to be a Dada.
Hey,
have some for the skinny niggas.
Y'all do that show? Will y'all do that clothes show? Can I come back?
Say it again.
You welcome back anytime. But what were you saying?
when y'all do that throwback clothing show, when y'all start talking about damaged and used, can I come back for that show?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Yes.
I got to come in for that show.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the shit.
But we appreciate the people for the chat for coming through. We had laughs. We had dope topics, serious topics. Once again, man, we want to appreciate Jazzy Faye down there.
Oh boy.
But coming through, man, and just, blessing us with his knowledge on comedy and business, entrepreneurship, everything, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. I am Black as African. You can find me. I'm one half of Retro Talk Forum. You can find me here. You can find me on my YouTube channel, and you can find me on Instagram. If you don't know me, go look me up. If you don't know Hop, go look him up. If you don't know Beard, go look him up. With that being said,
I'm a Christian.
We appreciate y'all. What'd you say, Beard?
I'm on Christian Mingle. I'm on Pornhub. I'm on OnlyFans. Yeah, I gotta get this money, man. Shit, catch me on RedTube. I'm just trying to get this money however I can get it. So you look it up, Beard Jedi. I'm out there. Make sure you look out. Some of my other movies and shit coming out. I got some high quality content coming out. My lightsaber is big as. Hey, look, let me tell you something, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, so check me out.
Andy said you on farmersonly.com.
You don't have to be lonely.
Farmers.
Absolutely, man. I gotta get this money, man. Shit, I'm broke.
I'm broke, bitch. With that being said, man, we'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace and love. We'll holler.
And then with Donnie Simpson, you back to 2-2.
Oh boy. Y'all had me cracking up laughing, man.
That's Beard, man. Swear. We still live?
I know we still live.
It's not. Hey, I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
I ain't got no pants on. What else?